to stop my shine. Welcome to YouTube again. Sunday. We've been talking about the Mexican cartel wars and what does it mean for the United States, dum diversus, unum sanctum, and everything in between us. Doctrine of discovery. Oh my God. Here we go. I just got back from the store, so I think the Wi-Fi switch or something stupid on YouTube side happened, so cut off that last stream. Viva la Mexico, by the way. Shout out to Moorish people and their Indian associates. Part 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ascending E is in the building. I see you. Hopefully these people see. Hopefully our folks see. And at least pray about it differently, because this shit is running out of things to do. It's running out of mountains to knock over. It's running out of things to hit. It has no other liquid, man. It's like they're trying to build a bunch of wells and there's no more water to dig. Oh shit, we got TBFB, track addicts, peace to y'all, peace to trap, getting back in. Yeah, it cut off my damn. It always cuts that stream off, and then when it does it, it doesn't let me reconnect. Any other day you could reconnect, but when you spend that hot fire exposing this bullshit ass Ponzi scheme and the devil is a liar, all of a sudden there's technical issues. Oh, you can't resume the stream. You ended it. No, the fuck I didn't, bitch. I didn't end shit. They don't even give you the button to press that. But if anything else happened, if I turn my phone off or I lose battery, it's like resume stream. But I talk about the goddamn Jewish people in the cartel, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. No need for you to be talking about your reality. You don't have any fucking shark tales to recount. You no more 90s nostalgia. You don't want to make some beats to distract everybody during the fucking apocalypse, ass niggas. Nigga, I'm 40. Fuck YouTube. It was made by a bunch of dumb millennial boys who didn't think about the future. But shout out to y'all, man. Hopefully the other people get the notification if it ended. But yeah, man, we got stuck on the fact that the Vatican is no longer funding dum diversus and unum sanctum. So they had to get the money from someone else and somewhere else. And they used drugs to do that, to keep their system going. And now drugs is ruining the system, multiple dimensions. Plus that unfriendly mRNA thing that just happened, which nobody on a cartel level is really, I don't think they're clued in on long-term adverse reactions to vaccine damages. I don't think that's the top of their list, what they do to people at hotels having a vacation. So I don't think, quality of life is in their algorithm, right? So you have a quality of life problem, you have a quality of biology. They said for the first time in a long time, the life expectancy has dropped in the West. You would think that these people talking about RFK is not a fucking doctor people would care that why did life expectancy drop? What's the only thing that changed between now and 6 years ago? I wonder what caused life expectancy to drop, right? But they care about whether or not the nigga's a doctor. But they miss all the headlines about the health they swear to God they care about. Like, if you care about doctors, bitch, be a doctor. How about that? You gonna argue with a nigga not a doctor while your ass not a doctor. Cut it out. Cut it out. Both of y'all can read equally. What do you think? I think the doctors are right. I'm smart because I think the smart people are right. Ass niggas, boy, we are dumb, man. We got a lot to work on. Our cognitive dissonance program for the United States American Dream got a lot of work to tweak, bro. They need a class in 3rd grade about this shit. It is not okay to be retarded because other people are smart. That is not okay. Because this shit happens. Where you have a whole bunch of people who cannot take accountability for their life, their government, their civilization, the future, or anything else about the planet. Because our referral to authority, our authority is just the person that gets paid to do something. We don't even know what an authority means. Author, root word. So these are the authors of the rules. Colonizer descendants, pedophiles, evil people, and Jewish people. Those are your authors of your life. Cool fucking story. No wonder why nothing's right. But that was a smart bet though. That was their smartest bet though. Rely on the liars to get them out of the truth. That's crazy. Part 2. Shouts to that brother Dima. Dima down. How's the UK going, brother? Haru on the track says 3. We in here. Mr. Now says we back. Italy in the building. Shout out to everybody else in the future that'll catch this video randomly. That shit crazy. Even the spiritual symbolism, right? It keeps looping this time last year in March. Hey, a cold wind whisper joined the stream. Shout out to Sweden's in the building with Captain Slog Squad. Yeah, the symbolism is repeating too. I really want to know what the fuck these people want, boy. For them to be extorting Trump like that with 3 years to go, that's crazy. Something must be not going right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you did all that work to get that president there, and now you're doing all this work to make him the patsy for a bigger operation, what the fuck is wrong? Like, who they competing against is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, who's competing with these people? Like, what other, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your nefarious group is fucking up in Russian plans because they're worried about another nefarious group, bro, they should let us know. Because you already ran out of time. You're going to lose inevitably. Right? If someone decides to flip on the United States, just like they're doing in Mexico, mind you, it's right down the street now. They flipping today and yesterday, right? They flipping something. Somebody's going to appease these people so they can go outside again. And if something like that happened here, which side would win, right? We still make this shit blue and red, like we're fucking idiots, like we're kids with crayons. Like, so, like, who's pushing this? Pushing it to what? To Palantir? To mass digital surveillance? Cool fucking story, bitch. How we gonna pay our rent with that? But you want to mass surveil a bunch of homelessness? Like, what the fuck going on? You want to mass surveil a bunch of empty grocery stores? Like, what the fuck? You want to install millions of dollars of technology to watch ghost towns? Is that what the fuck they think is going on out here? They still on that 1999 ass agenda in 2025. Like, that's why everyone's freaking out. Like, y'all know another answer? Like, what other agenda needs all this last minute ruckus and chaos and Bubba being blown by someone on camera at Putin's desk? Why is that out? You know what I'm saying? You got money problems. Why is this the problem? Like, who's flipping? Oh, the well ran dry. You might remember that Dailies episode back in the day. I do. This is just another ghost echo from the past. When the wells run dry, you no longer have all those little elaborate accounts and Ponzi's to pay people off. So if they're not getting theirs just due no more, and they got anything off of extortion, then you know they can't make it float by themselves. Like, they're counting on the whale that they're extorting to always, you know, that's how extortion works. It's a lazy man's hustle. It's very evil too. So once you have the evil people shriveling up and getting worried and insecure, because you gotta remember, if let's say you extorted a president, and you know that, and you got it, that means you won't be out here swinging your energy around like you're the shit. Like, hey, you can't touch me. I can call the president. Now imagine when you cannot cash that check no more. That's the problem. It's not a problem to the government or the FBI. They don't do shit. They just the same day they exposed Bubba Gump and Bubba Gump's Donald Trump. They said Kash Patel lived with another white billionaire man in his mansion, and his girlfriend don't be there. Just him and an old white man. Like, the guy investigating the Trump files is in the closet too. Like, they dropped that today on this. They dropped that mixtape today that Kash Patel lived with a grown ass old white man. He got a sugar daddy. I'm gonna say that one more fucking time. Kash Patel, the Indian head of FBI, lives in a mansion with his sugar daddy. They be trying to say that Cash Patel's girlfriend is some country singer. Nope. Cash Patel live in a mansion with a billionaire all by themselves. No girls, no bitches. There's no bitches there. Cash Patel, an Indian, a Patel, lives in a billionaire, old white man. You seen how these old white men with a lot of money been doing? They got an adopted Indian kid in his goddamn mansion, boy. And he at the head of the FBI? Fuck out my face. If they don't investigate who the fuck that white guy is and why he fucking sponsoring an Indian and the goddamn head of the FBI real quick, like, who's doing intelligence out here? You should have seen Cash Patel's face reading that damn email about Bubba. Yeah, man. They got him in 4K, bro. And then that's why it prompted them to look up, well, where he live again? Oh, he live with that white billionaire, that old guy. His bitch don't be in that crib. Oh, the white guy don't let him have no girls over. That's kind of weird. That's a sugar daddy situation. I had a cousin who had a sugar daddy situation. Same energy. Same energy. So you got Donald Trump and Bubba, Cash Patel and this billionaire. Yeah. The well went dry. The extortion is not extorting. It's not giving. So they're letting all these secrets out at once, man. But you have to know that if these facts were always the fact, these emails have always existed, guys, for years and years and years. The DOJ read that same line we read already. So it's them that have it, and it's them that make it public, and it's them that controls these outlets, right? On TikTok they do, right? They just bought that, didn't they? Sure did. So if they're airing out these different problematic politicians, and you know how this story goes, ain't not one of them unscathed. So that means the system is biting its own tail, because they're the only ones extorting each other. This ain't we the people. This ain't citizens doing it. It ain't Gen Z doing it. This old money. They're living with billionaires, bro. He can't afford rent. He living with a billionaire sugar daddy? That's crazy, boy. The head of the fucking FBI. Grown-ass man, by the way. Not a student. Not foreign exchange. He ain't trying to get a green card. He the head of the FBI. On Napoleon Bonaparte's grandson he is. On East Indian Tea Company is. Come on now, stack it up. So he's gay. Didn't see that coming, pause. But he did. Seen his eyes. And then you seen the emails, and you seen that. Then you got the Mexicans, and you got Venezuelans, and you got the Chinese. No one talks about the Chinese, but they always there. You got the Russian nuclear submarines, but hell yeah, MAGA, let's go to war. Now the hell yeah, MAGA people don't want to go to war either. They're like, wait a minute. Suicide rates are way too high up. You gotta keep your head up. Why these motherfuckers lose their mind? You're not losing your mind. Life is not going crazy. Trust me. Life is. If life was going crazy, it wouldn't be so calm. What's happening is that the people who are crazy in power are losing their clout. They're all Hollywood, bro. Hollywood is the government branch of media and entertainment. It has never been anything different since its fucking inception. Meaning, a lot of these people are what you call actors, right? Stage actors, bad actors, good actors, all kind of actors. Meaning they're not really the thing. Meaning your government is de facto. It's acting as if it is. But they're all actors. They're all actors in weird little sex cults. You heard Kanye? They're actors that are all in all kind of weird Hunger Game things. I posted that video on my story again, where you could pay anybody to go hunt these people. Like, there's rich people who are so fucking bored, they go to war zones to hunt people. Like, all that shit's coming out the wash. Like, I already seen the snuff films when I was a kid. Like, it's real. So, that's coming out of mainstream's mouth. These are the people who, I've been holding this in too long. And I was waiting for the perfect opportunity, aka when my well dries up and my benefits dry up, to finally say something. Now they want to fucking be heroes. Fuck out my face. They don't have a choice. Once the system exposes itself as being unrighteous, you can't use, you know what I'm saying? We're not fighting a morale grounding moment in life no more. When everything is corrupt. You feel me? You're not trying to get the right people in office. You're not trying to get good people. You're not trying to get God-fearing. That's not even on their table. It's like, which one of you pirate assholes is fucking up the money for all of us? And it's a Mexican standoff. Literally. Literally, it's a Mexican standoff. You got the cartel narco state Mexico bumping on our front door. We got our local militia of Mexicans and cartel members, ICE, pushing the other bad guys back, and everyone caught in between it. Then you got Venezuela's like, well, we might as well move around a little bit on Brazil and Venezuela. And then you got the Marines like, hey, man, they won't pay us this week. Hopefully they do before you go back to San Diego. So you got to understand everything. Anyone know if the money came out? Were they paying our military again? Does anyone know that? And what about food stamps? Did they actually cut it, the check? Demon Down says, peace, MG. The UK is not looking good. They're waiting on the next budget reading on the 22nd. They want to increase taxes, and the people are already on the verge. Yeah, because they're becoming insolvent. The guy's last name is Seraphim. You can't make this shit up. I wonder what tribe he's in. Harut says, insanity. Terran Art says, we back. Yeah, Mr. Nell says, damn, he thought the FNFBI meant fruit. Fruit of Islam, FBI, all kind of shit. It's all the same story, man. There's a lot of good, bad ideas out here that took over, at least for the last 80 years. It was their turn, and that's what they did with it. Civilizations get turns, boy, because people die. You ain't got to be Roman tomorrow, brother, if the Romans died. You know how they have like the Last Samurai? We don't have to do a movie, The Last Romans, or The Last Babylonians or something, because that's where we're at, man. Damn. Damn, we really are. Demon said they want to raise taxes in the UK, and people already fucking had enough. And I think, oh, that's what I was talking about before the fucking video tried to cut me. The damn banks. Let's run this shit all the way back to the beginning. 2008 and all that shit. You know they bail the banks out, right? And next time the banks fail, they do a bail-in, where they take all the accounts money to create the liquid. AKA, they're going to strong arm your money so that they have liquid to pay out people, right? Do you know, this weekend again, last weekend they not silently, but they unacknowledgedly printed or gave the banks this fund that they have. It's like where you could draw 50 billion from it just in case you need some liquid. This happened during the pandemic, right? Last week, they already gave them over 150 billion. Yesterday, they did another 25 or 50. I need you to understand what the fuck I just said. Within the last week, 2 weeks, banks have needed almost, and if not more, I don't know, you know, they never give us the real numbers. But from the numbers I'm seeing skimmed between last week and this week, that's upwards of $250 billion just willy-nilly in this fund. No food though, right? No paychecks for the federal employees, all that shit, right? They ain't got nothing for that. But they had almost $250 billion so far, and just in making these decisions in a week. Remember, your government was shut down for fucking 43 damn days to figure out what weather modification in Ecuador, my nigga. That was the cover story. Did Ecuador get the extra 20 million they needed? Because meanwhile, Israel gets a pledge of 60 billion, and your banks are up to $250 billion borrowed because they don't have no cash. One more time. I need everyone to understand that. If your bank didn't have enough cash 2 weeks ago, and they printed over 100 billion for them last weekend, and then it's been all week, my nigga, a week, not a month, not a fiscal year, not since the pandemic, in a week of after already having over $100 billion. Mind you, they don't got to work for it. It's not one of those things. It's so that they have it liquid to do their transactions and all that, paying blah, 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 blah. Why are they out of money every week? Because remember, they're borrowing what they don't have. Why did the banks and whatever conglomerate of banks that's doing this? It's not every bank. It's obviously the ones that can automatically make a phone call and get an extra $50 billion though. They ain't my bank, right? You know what I'm saying? They ain't your local credit farmer credit union. That's a big bank that can use this fund. Bro, let's round this number down. Let's say every week so far they have borrowed a $50 billion. They're up to 100 billion, and it's not even December yet. Just for a November, that's too much. That's just a week. You think this shit gonna slow down or speed up? Demons say UK is actually trying to push a report out. The White House, remember, taxation without representation is kind of like illegal. I'm pretty sure them withholding that job loss report is also illegal. So you're not in a democracy no more, are you? If your government that's supposed to represent you is unable to provide you with banking metrics, it ain't like it's giving you the truth, healthcare, aspirations, inspiration, and promises. It's just the fact that you alleged to pay taxes into it, and they're not giving you what you're paying taxes for. Your taxes also pays for the people who create that report. Your taxes allegedly also pays for what the fuck the government does to exist in order to create better jobs on behalf of the people. You don't work for the fucking government. The government's supposed to work for us, right? Ain't that what they taught us in school? 3 in the chat, they taught you in school that you didn't apply to a government randomly. You have the benefits of the place you live's government. And if you work into it or if you participate into it, it's there for you. It's not by itself. It's not independent. It's not its own bank. It doesn't make its own rogue decisions. It doesn't get to be best friends with Israel and give hand jobs and fucking retire their soldiers. 48% are gay and don't fucking join none of our fucking armies or wars. Like, that's not what they taught us in school at all. Yet here the fuck we are. So that means nothing they fucking taught us is what it is. I know. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's what de facto means. You have a de facto ass education system because the Rockefellers and the robber barons are playing fucking sociological games with people. Thank you. But the problem is the people who played the games and ranked up the ladder of the game, they don't know it's a game either. They know there's a game, but they don't know like that. They know that their existence in the system is a game to them. No. The system is a game itself. Monopoly within Monopoly. This is Monopoly Inception. Now they bailing out banks silently every weekend. Remember, they talk about the hallmarks for Great Depression, recession, all those cool words that mean stress, right? We're not gonna scare people with the job report because you know there ain't no fucking new jobs, bitch. They already had 1 million. They already lost 1 million jobs this year, and that ain't even fucking duh. But they want to hide that from us. But it's not hidden, right? Is what they're hiding is their accountability and they're hiding the fact that they have to wear that number. Them not telling us that number doesn't make it higher. Thus, they're shucking the fact that he's a failure. And he represents the entire United States. The United States is failing. You feel me? It's not you, the person. It's not the citizen. Obviously, it's not our government, right? So, shout out to Israel. Israel's mock de facto government that's been in power for however many years of our childhood, they're running out of steam. War can't fix that. You can't fix that. Ain't nobody they can go to war with in Mexico or Venezuela that's going to stop your banks from needing $100 billion in liquid every fucking week. One more time. This number gets weird. It takes a long time for that number to go up. It take overnight for that number to fall, guys. And our debt went up. Obviously. Because people don't know these two occurrences. But yeah, when they do that, the debt goes up. So they're bailing banks out silently, is what I'm trying to say to you. They're already bailing out banks, guys. And they're not accountable for it. They're not accounting to us. This is money that they stressed out people for not having, guys, for 43 fucking days in a row. I did a video damn near every day during those 40 days, trying to say these motherfuckers got into the goddamn 15th to figure some shit out. And here we are in the 16th. Yeah, they opened up government, all right. Just in time for a war, I guess. And they ain't answering no fucking questions about, hey, yo, why are your banks running out of money? Banks don't go to work. Banks ain't worrying about how many people got hired at Amazon. Banks ain't even looking for the working class payroll. That's not why they're going broke. They're going broke because all that money they lent out, people are not paying it back. One more time. When you got to borrow billions, you ain't dealing with paychecks. I'm talking about week after week. Week after week. What I'm saying is, it's supposed to be that much in billions back in their banks. They're not getting that much in billions back at week after week, guys. So if you short 50 billion last week, you short 50 billion this week, you short 100 billion. And that's a 50 trend. So when the third week comes, that's 150 billion, my friend. Where you gonna get that from? Again, I'm saying they liquidating them out now. They making sure the other things keep moving, and that's why they do it, by the way. They have to. So they're making sure all the other people in the liquid and the other things that are moving around the economy, payroll, and all, they're making sure that shit moving now. But 50 at a deficit of on its own, the bank itself, not the Federal Reserve debt. That's up here. I'm talking about the money in your economy, like the people who need the money and going, all that shit. You got to transfer this money to your account. You got to pay the employees, blah, blah. You about to buy a building. You need some of this in cash and liquid, blah, blah. Here's on your escrow. Like all that shit, all that credit card shit, all that shit, dry. Listen to me. I need y'all to really pay attention. This is liquid. You know who gave us a nice lesson on this? This is hilarious. Law of correspondence. B. Simone. B. Simone is a very unlikable Twitter girl who decided after a few years to put her ugly ass on camera and do content, right? That's just in my opinion. You might love her. I don't. Anyway, she was making a narcissistic meltdown video a couple weeks ago about how money has changed, right? She's not tapped into the why because she's just an influencer, right? They'll be lying and selling stolen coloring book ideas for $1 million. She one of them. And she had said, it's because she had to shop at H&M instead of Bloomingdale's because she was a liquid broke or something, aka she didn't have cash on hand on her card, right? But she got resources, alleged investments, a house or something where it make it seem like she's rich on paper, right? AKA she has a bunch of fucking loans. Okay. And then some other sister being catty about B. Simone's nonsense, she then broke it down further and saying what the bitch said is, because B. Simone came out recently and said, I never said I was broke. And the girl was like, bitch, yes, you did. You was broke because you didn't have enough liquid on your card for Bloomingdale's. That type of broke. So what I'm saying is, that's what the problem with the bank is. Their rich people are broke. One more time. They're rich people who they're counting on to add up to $150 fucking billion missing from banks. Those people, those accounts, those businesses, those trades are not showing back up on the bank's ledgers. So they can't loan it back out. So they're the bank's the middleman to the fact that the people that they loan this money to can't foot it back. They're going out of business basically. Their profits are dropping. AKA they lent out too much money. 50 billion a fucking week. That's a lot of money, guys. With a B per week. Cooked. Big bank take little bank. And big bank take all of the real estate. Because real estate it's crazy how these jackasses talk about 2008 and they like add words to it. Like, the Great Recession of 2008 or the Great something 2000. They ain't call that shit like that in 2008. I was woke since 2008. Cut the fuck out. They did not call it. They were denying that we had a problem then. to see motherfuckers graduate college and get the college name for the shit, like I always say, it's very novel. But in real life, they didn't call it shit. They act like it wasn't fucking happening. They're doing that now. This is the worst financial disaster in human fucking history that we're living through. Okay, so this is the worst it'll get though. Whatever it feels like now, whatever the stress is, whatever the strain is on the system, because this is a huge system too. So it's not like, it doesn't change overnight like that. But on paper, where it matters, where the banks are in this equation, they're fucked. Credit cards, sky high. Auto loans, Tricolor in Melbourne, the auto loan industry, Fifth Third's Bank and all of them, gone. Did you know that one of the biggest car loan lenders, if you're familiar with Five Third's Bank and the other one, when you get your car loan, when they gotta run it and see if they can get you approved for a car and all that cool shit, the conglomerate of banks responsible for that Ponzi scheme, went out of business. I don't think y'all understand what that means. Even for the hood nigga section, where people get those stupid ass $500 or more car loans, that thing, no one's paying them. So there's a whole bunch of cars out here that are not being paid off. Yeah, you could repossess quite a few of them, I guess, but remember, repossession, run out of lot space. Only so much land they can park that car, buddy. And they're not in a booming economy where they're repossessing these cars at the rate they can resell them at auction either. Because who the fuck is going to that auction, Bruce? Exactly. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. America don't pay attention to shit out here, boy. Like, the critical things are running out of money, which is what's scary about it. The quality of life things. Housing market, auto loan market, and whatever fucking $50 billion a Saturday loan the banks need for all the other type of things. And I want to start listing off some of the reasons why this might be. Let's start with the fucking Captain Obvious. Immigration. This for all my white people in America who didn't think America was racist. So people come to this country, not all of them now, but the rich ones, the ones you think are rich because they have nice clothes on credit cards. The nice credit card, the nice Manhattan one bedrooms, those people, they live life on Dunkin' and credit cards. They're not naturalized citizens or they're not locals. So if some weird shit happens with ICE or their job or their green card or anything in their family, network, triad, anything they don't like, they can just pack the fuck up with all their profit from their business while they're living off of credit, right? You understand how this game works? You can have a business, a straw man, that's making money, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Then you yourself, another straw man, you can just live off your credit. You may even make minimum payments on that credit. But they do that because they're never going to pay it off. So as long as they're paying on it, they get more credit, right? Then let's say something like the vaccine era happens. And then they're like, all right, now shit's getting too tight. Now, I'm going to pay a little bit of this. I'm going to crypto a little bit of that. All right, now let's see where this is going. Now the employees are being weird. Now certain regulations and state policies, like your favorite candidate's not the mayor of New York anymore. The cost of living and lifestyle is fucking with your friend group, so it's killing your fucking vibe. Irregardless if you can afford it or not, the people can't. And then eventually, those people make a decision, and I see their kids on TikTok talk about this now. I'm not making this up. I seen one kid, he rolled out like 50, whatever goofy Discover credit card thing is, and basically what he was doing, he was getting an LLC and getting a credit card, getting another LLC and getting a credit card. He was daisy chaining credit cards with no intention of ever paying them back. Mind you, a lot of other people use their credit cards to put crypto on the map. So a lot of people ran up $10,000, $20,000. I'm sure white people got way more than niggas on crypto. Some won and some lost. A lot that win don't pay off that credit card because they think they're going to keep winning. You know how fucking gambling is. So now you have these unsettled debts, and irregardless of the person can pay it back or not, they're not. I think we gotta get to the bottom of that. And now those people are in a time of their life because they can't afford to pay it back. Hi, and the crypto ain't putting them back on the map. Thus, what are they going to do? Cashless society part 2. I think we misunderstood that colloquialism. It's not a cashless society because it's digital. It's a cashless society because most of the people are going to be broke. Stay the fuck woke out here, boy. And if the evil guy wins, you know what I'm saying? If ultimately, right? That's what they mean. That's not what's going to happen. I can tell you right down the street in Mexico that ain't going to happen. But I'm just saying, until we get to whatever our moment look like, they're playing a game of Jenga with no blocks off at the bottom. You got that one block and everything going wobbly bobbly left to right, drop it like it's hot. Oh my God. They got to cut it the fuck out. It'll blow your mind to see how many people in America have been fronting because of social media and scam culture. I'm not surprised. Well, any of you are not surprised. These are the maxims and lessons our neighborhoods and the decent people we've been around told us our whole life. You can't fake this until you make it, bro. You can't fake that. That's not fakeable. Your success isn't supposed to be fakeable. You're not supposed to look the part if you're not the part. Just like hoes, right? You want to be treated like a hoe, don't dress like a hoe. Don't dress the part. You're not a hoe, well, you're wearing a hoe uniform. Same thing with everything else. Stop faking it till you make it. Don't do that. Work hard, discipline, level up, and then you'll make it. Whatever it is. I tell you what it ain't. A bunch of fake, well-to-do Starbucks barista people doing all that shit on credit cards the whole fucking pandemic. And so much so, like, they don't even have to cop to it because the banks are. We have no liquid. Bank means water. Water bank. So it's a bank without water. What is it? It's called a dry dock. They're dry docked. Your banks are dry docking, bro. Global warming be damned. The water is receding all right. And they damn banks. Because the United States has had that problem, bro. I need y'all to understand, like, it makes so much more sense when you understand how many people are on drugs. Right? And that's not a judgment. Shit, I might need some, the way this shit going. But I'm just saying, like, that realm of reality when everyone's on drugs, living their best life, rather than this time where they can't afford those drugs and they're sobering up and now they got to worry about their debt. Now they got to worry about their credit cards. Now they don't have that escapism. Now there's no music. There's no good media. Everyone's just talking about the same fucking problems. Even my goofy ass, right? That right there. That, hold on, everything's moving. Everything's slowing down. Where are we? I feel like that's what's happening globally. But more importantly, it's the boomers. They can't blame kids, right? Kids ain't in control of none of these systems. And I know the millennials are not either. Not yet. We got next. I already put my quarter on the arcade. We got next. But until we got next, that's why we need to worry. Because whatever the fuck they do right now is what we inherit. By hook or by crook. If we live, this is the world we inherit. So unfortunately, people like me and my age especially, we have to be tuned in, guys. We can't fuck around and be outside and be like, hey, by the way, did you know that Mexico's not a state anymore? You're like, hey, by the way, did you know that fucking ICE is setting up fucking checkpoints in San Diego? Like, hey, by the way, did you know that the cartel said a thing and you shouldn't go to that fucking preamble? Like, hey, by the way, all the fucking scammers and millionaires who couldn't escape the United States, they still here and they're losing all their fucking houses. Hey, by the way, there's a lot of nice fucking cars at these auctions. Hey, by the way, but they can't build no more cars, exporting them. Hey, by the way, we will need some rare earth minerals. Hey, by the way, at least we have NVIDIA. But by the way, they bought all their own damn chips. So what do we have with them? You see what I'm saying? Like, That don't affect you day to day paying your rent out, but eventually, on a different day you pay your rent, you won't be in a different fucking world. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to bring attention to. Like this shit ain't going the way they want it to. We ain't distracted from nothing for real. Like in that sense, they don't tell us the truth enough to be distracted from the truth. We don't know what the fucking truth is with these niggas. But my point is, we never needed it. So that means they're losing their minds by themselves. We don't really know what's going on, and they still fucking up. It's a debacle, man. It's we in a weird fucking place, bro. Shout out to the brother Shogun 100. Deaf sponsors, pay off your debt to invest to make your money work for you. Only spend what you're willing to lose, and that's the game. Deaf Spawn, I like that math and science. Except for in real life, the whole system is the game. You feel me? Like the shit that our aunties and everyone taught us about credit and all that, yeah, that's a cool story. But we don't need $50 billion a Saturday. So me and you live by that story and put our money and our credit with the bank that's not playing that game. Like what I'm saying is, me and you could do that or try our best to do that and keep it low. But the banks are not doing that. That's why that shit don't work. That's what they were saying with that Machiavellianism. You cannot win a game honestly if most of the players are cheating. It's not even whether or not you can out connive them. It's the fact that that's a dumb fucking game to play. So if your bank doesn't have to manage its budget, if your bank doesn't have to pay its debt off, if your bank always gets a $50 billion bailout, nigga, they didn't want to cancel $5,000 to $50,000 student loans. And they let in the bar. It's like you getting a student loan and you owe $100,000, and then you got approved to Harvard, and they give you another $100,000. The fuck? And then next week you apply to community college, and they give you $50,000. Like this is what I'm talking about. Nothing me and you can do or have done in that system matters when that system runs out of liquid. You understand? Like that's why this shit sucks. All the good ideas for the individual only make sense if the system uses the same golden ideas, and it does not. It's a usury-based system. So they're using that willingness to be righteous against you. And it's only a matter of time before it manifests as such. And I'm saying that matter of time is now, obviously. If these fucking car loan companies, these are usury-based companies. They're all win-win no matter what they do, and they're running out of money. Because not enough people are trying to buy new cars. So it's like a Ponzi scheme that waits for new suckers and new graduates every year, but they're saying the new graduates ain't showing up. They can't afford these cars at 3 times the price they were 5 years ago. Can you fucking imagine? You didn't get 3 times the fucking paycheck yet. You know what I'm saying? No one got a ×3 multiplier of their week-to-week fucking income yet either. Like, where the fuck? How you just arbitrarily multiply the price of something and then go, oh my God, I did not know that multiplying the price of this and everyone else multiplying the price of that means people don't have that money for this or that. Yes. And we're talking about these are money people that don't know that. Or don't give a fuck, which is the same thing. Because why wouldn't you give a fuck? If you want money long term, you would have to give a fuck about the health of your investor, right? They do enough fucking credit checks to act like they do. So you know what I'm saying? This a weird time to be in where all of a sudden all that shit that, look, you say the same thing that I've heard before, and we never met each other. And your bank don't know that? Jerome Powell don't know that? Trump don't know that? People who fuck around more money with little girls than we'll ever get to buy a house. Keep that in mind. So your credit card and your bank account and your routing number means nothing if you have the same bank as Trump. He's going to go bankrupt and get out of that debt, and then your interest rate going to go up. Right? Right? These other people, these visa people, they want to send all these Indians back, and now your health insurance is going to go up. Right? Right? And they all got sent back to India, meaning all those houses, all those condos, all those apartments ain't got paid off. Right? Right? Meaning the next tenant that applies to be there, they're going to have to deal with a hiked up rent, don't they? Right? Right? Exactly. Why you still can't get the same fucking loan they got when they came here. So much for a system that's not racist. What is that word? Where you only give all the credit to immigrants. Oh yeah, I'm Indian. Now I get it. Yeah, buddy. Racism is built into banking. That's what it is. That's what this one is. At least. It seems like the same thing going on in fucking Brazil, if you ask me. But yeah. That's what is systematic racist about it. When you're the people of the land. We don't know what that word is. We'll settle for racist. But it's something like that. It's racist cousin. Where you make the people of the land foot the interest bill of everyone that just comes here, does what the fuck they want, leaves whenever they feel like it, and bail out when they can. Because, they're not connected to the land or the story. I would do the same fucking thing. Honestly. Like, hey, I can go where and do what? All right. We don't get those offers, though. If you told me that Tel Aviv, Israel, wants to do something nice for the Judeans of the Bible, and all of a sudden they want to invite us out there to Cairo and start working on reclamations and shit, it's like, going forward with this new Bible, and they're like, hey, we'll pay you $10,000 a month, and you find out it's credit or stipends or benefits, whatever it is, to come out here and talk your shit, and we'll figure out how to go forward. Nigga, I'm going tomorrow. You don't pay me $10,000 to do what? Oh, I'm going tomorrow. And then as soon as these niggas start getting funny, I'm going back home. Where would my home be? America. Then where am I from? America. Why? I'm American. I have no other home to be. These people got a different story. Oh, no. They're not going to nobody home from nobody home. They just willy-nilly on this chessboard. That's why it don't matter. Desmond was raised like he had a family. Banks don't give a fuck about families. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about communities and families, bro. They give a fuck about liquid. And they out of it. Don't miss that part. Like, we get to see the fruits of their labors. Bro, you know what type of people buy those cars that they're defaulting on? Not us. Not us. We're not getting no fucking $600, $800 car loan, nigga. The fuck? Like 1 out of 10 might be crazy enough to do some shit like that, thinking shit lasts forever. But we don't do that shit because we know shit don't last forever. Yet here we go. AK, it didn't matter what we know. We be playing the rules of how to tweak the top of the pyramid at the bottom, and it never works. That's all. We're too low at the bottom of our society for any of our maxims and the ways of life to be true to us. They're the best ideas, though. Like, those are, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know righteousness, basically. Somehow, some fucking way out of this system, enough of us know what righteous is. But it don't work in this system because it's not righteous. It's not a righteous country. It's not a righteous bank. It's not a righteous agenda. It's not righteous politically. It's survival mode for everyone at best. And then all the other ugly shit on the individual community levels. Well, we're not in a righteous system, guys. That's the only reason why it don't work. Is that it never could. They ran out of time. They ran out of time. That's all. It was going to run out no matter what. They really thought they had until 2030 for these problems. Or, something similar. They thought they had way more in control. They think Russia and Germany would have been squabbled and figured out that. They thought Africa was going to go left and said they're going right. You know how this shit go. People change their mind. The United States does it all the time. The government lost 43 days. They didn't skip no paychecks, though. So they lost 43 days worth of bills, 43 days worth of emails, 43 days versus phone calls, people addressing issues in real time with their constituents, allegedly that's the way the Ponzi scheme goes. 43 days they were checked out the office, dog. While all this other shit I'm talking about was always happening. Like, I've been following the money people hard, boy. Not because I'm getting any of it. Because I know they're the closest thing to math there is in this society. They're watching it go up and down, up and down. And even when they uncomfortably try to talk positive, because if you're a trader, you have to stay positive, right? They can't land it. I forgot the name of that brother. What's his name? Mark. What was his name? Mike B. Burr, or some shit like that. One of these guys. I guess he runs some type of a... Sounds like he'd be the type to have a paywall course about trading. And that he did very good. And I think back then he was the guy that predicted the 2008 crash, you know, by stating the fucking obvious, right? Him. You know this. Listen to me. The guy that does math enough to be known as the guy that gave the regular guys a heads up about 2008, right? That guy, like that type of nerd, right? He said, I'm out of trading. I don't know what's going on anymore. Not because this nigga old. This nigga ain't Warren Buffett old. This nigga, man, that's 17 years ago. Stop fucking playing with me. If he was 40 then, he 57 now. If he was 30 then, he 47 now. He ain't old. He ain't one of the old people. He ain't got brain fatigue. I don't know. I didn't ask him about his vaccines or nothing. But he was really good about the money thing. The mainstream way, right? Betting on markets and shit like that. Okay. He dropped out last week. Nah, guys, nah. Don't you dare skip over that. Don't you fucking dare skip over that. The guy that predicted collapses. When everyone else was like, nah, Captain, it's never going to happen. Nah, this ain't this ain't that. He the one that told them 17 years ago, this ain't that, right? And he been doing decent ever since. He made a lot of money, though. Listen, he obviously ain't much of a gambler these days, but he made some money, right? And then he was like, by the way, guys, whatever the fuck this going on lately, above my pay grade, I'm out. How? You heard what I said? All he gotta fucking do is bet down. He got rich on betting on the obvious, my nigga. And it don't get no more obvious than right now, right? And him, legendary in his hood for 2008 predictions. And others too, other type of moves. He's like, too rich for my blood. He richer than he ever was right now. He richer than he ever was. He's richer than he ever was right now. And he don't want to risk his money. What does that mean? We talking about a nigga that been gambling on fucking markets for 20 plus years too. Correctly. Like, he's winning. And he's like, I can't win no more. What? Bro. What the fuck? On Fannie Mae, what the fuck? What Fannie Mae funky ass doing? Something weird with Fannie Mae happening too. My man got scared of the stock market in 2025 after surviving the 2008 collapse and getting to the other side. At an all-time what the fuck high, your guy, the guy, and mind you, he's won out of this is weeks ago they talked about it, these guys, but now he's out of those guys stepping up. He's 1 out of 4 or 5 like that who are all withdrawing. Yeah, fam. Yeah. You know what that means? That's like Busy Works Beats no longer wanting to talk about beats. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he just changed his whole YouTube channel to fucking, like, hair care products and herbs. Like, that's what I'm talking about. We talking about a guy who's been doing the same 10 tutorials every week for 10 years. Suddenly goes, I think I want to do a vlog and travel Appalachia. These niggas. These niggas right here. These Tom from MySpace ass niggas. Them niggas. They one of these niggas. Top 5 dead or alive type niggas. Who get it right when everything else says it's wrong. Or like, nah, I'm good. Yep. Yep. That's like Dr. Dre, Timberland, and all of them just retiring and not telling you why. They didn't even tell us why. Like, damn, was it the market? Was it the rolling phantom? Or was it the access virus? Like, what's up? Why they want to make music no more ever again? Like, suddenly? They just got a Grammy last year. That album just went diamond. What do you mean you done? Right. So they're broadcasting that the manipulation of the market is now real time. So they're out. Right. They can't keep up with the manipulation. AK is not adding up. And they had systems that worked. They taught other people these systems too. Premium courses too. These are rich who made other people rich too by being rich. So these ain't like Facebook gurus. And they're fucking confused why they made predictions that things were supposed to go another way, and instead they went another way. And they've seen too many of those to know that something is off. So they're not just exposing the fact that we're fucked financially. That's never been a problem. They win when we're fucked financially. That's not the problem. The problem is their magic doesn't work in that system no more. Like whatever their things were, like their markers were, their wherever their confidence was coming from, whatever pattern they learned. Mind you, these niggas been doing this shit for 10 to 20 or more years. They're saying that shit's cooked. So whatever that, you know how it is, people got a little workflow, a little cheat code or something, and then all of a sudden the damn game or the fucking program gets an update. These niggas, they don't like the update. They don't like the iOS update. They don't, I'm telling you. Silver market don't make no sense because they need it for the missiles. Why we need missiles? We don't know. Goddamn crypto market, man. Listen to these niggas. This is the best trading setup so far for today. You don't know what the fuck today is. This ain't the best trading system for nobody, buddy. You the only nigga left running content ads on this shit. I know you could. Because ain't nobody just gonna be throwing around $100,000 hoping this shit makes sense. When the top of the pyramid says it don't make sense to them, and you ain't meet them yet. So I know your ass don't know what the fuck you doing. Right? It's gambling. That is actually calling that now. They're just calling it gambling now. That was not the language 10 years ago. I was on the internet. Like, no, trading is not gambling. It's this, that, it's just a system, and, you put, you sell, you do this, and over time we have these programs and these bots that kind of trend for us and place the bets in, and then we set a threshold to release. Like damn, these niggas are audio producers for real, the way they talk about this shit. Compressing fucking bids. Nigga, I could barely use a gate on my voice for a microphone, bitch. Can you imagine? I ain't wasting my time with this, but they did. Now they can't. So it tells me the system itself has changed. The way that you make money. The way that you make money without working has changed. There we go. AKA, your upper middle class. Yeah. That's how all them people got all this money, because they playing other games. It's not because they working harder. They full of shit, boy. Don't let these people lie to you again. Nah, the working harder was some other shit. Just how they feel about themselves. It's not what they were doing. But the things that you could do to afford those lifestyles that we witnessed in the last 30 years, cooked. And mind you, these people don't go out there and deal with communities of people and start useful businesses that will have longevity either, right? They're not doing the local grocery store thing. They're not doing the mom and pop thing. They're just sitting at home or traveling, which is fine. It's fine, by the way. Definitely not united, but I understand something. You play the game you're allowed to play. Path of least resistance. Every last single fucking human for it, right? Thus, so they played a very path of least resistance game, and now that game has the most resistance. I guess that's what ultimately what happened. It's the hardest game to play right now. If your best players are done. Man, don't forget. Don't forget that part. It's the hardest time ever to play that game. The easiest game to play to get rich. What does that mean to all the people who got rich like that? Oh, they're cooked. If Jordan quit and you left with Horace Grant, Kerr, Kukoc, Longley, and we'll just throw Spud Webb. Listen, I don't want to hear about no fucking finals. I don't want to hear about it. Don't even waste my time thinking I can go to the finals with this shit. Y'all wasn't outside. Kiroshin says 3. TBFE 3. Millenial says the hackers don't want to play Counter-Strike. Come on now. Come on now. The hackers don't want to play. And you can always tell it was a weird year depending on how people respond to Call of Duty. People didn't like that new Call of Duty. I was like, oh, here we go again. Black Ops 3. What, are they on Black Ops 7 now? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, they don't like the Call of Duty. That's how. Oh, we cook. It was one of them years. We got a bad Call of Duty year. Y'all been paying attention? This is a bad Call of Duty year, guys. Ain't that a bitch? Was it Squaresoft or Activision this time, nigga? Treyarch be damn. Somebody fucked it up. They fucked up Call of Duty this year, boy. I ain't got time for these niggas. That's a bad sign. So they don't like the duties they're being called to do. I seen the rappers reminisce on real rap. That content always makes me sad because I feel like they make that content like once a month for the past 10 years. Like reminiscing on songwriting, lyricism, hit song making basically. I wish they didn't lie about wanting to be independent and make mid-ass music because you had a fan base. Then they would just listen to me a long time ago and worried about how to keep the recipes for hit making. But they're not making hits. And so people are going to miss that. The older people, the people my age and older, they like to talk around it. Nigga, you miss hits. See, when you have hits, you can ignore the fact that there's like 10 back-to-back mid-ass albums by artists that you know their name, but you ain't got to listen to them. Because there's a hit that unite their fans and you. Everything else, you know what I'm saying. You ain't got that no more. You get to really see how mid everything is. And now as an independent artist, if you have the mind that you're talented or going hard, then it would equate to you game-wise that I'm good enough for people to take me serious and I'm on social media and able to get to the people, so it should be nothing for this song to take off with people. And that's not happening. No one gives a fuck about their songs. They pretended it wasn't what I said it was. It's always what the fuck I said it was, especially when it comes to this music shit. No, y'all niggas don't know how to make hits. Y'all make catchy songs. I ain't talking about the young people. I'm talking about the people who are competing with this argument, who are now old people, looking back. Like, yeah, y'all wasted 10 years on this fucking internet lying to people. Talking about community and tribalism and like how that's going to change the fact that you ain't got no hits. Like, they ain't going to change the way your mix sound either. Like, y'all, they didn't get into the technical part of music. They denied it existed. As long as you're an artist, independent, with your own voice, DJ Payne 1, don't do tight beats, and everybody else, find your own voice. There's plenty of people out here in this bot, AIOT slop, ruins dystopia of Netscape Navigator. Out there for you. If you make music as whack as me. So imagine the people with no hits telling everyone, hey, you don't have to try that hard or do these things or be competent or comparable to Dr. Dre. You just have to hone in on your voice, and for some fucking reason, random humans on the internet give a fuck about that, and they'll find you the way you found me. Stop telling them they're good enough. You gotta be good or be good at it. There's no other version of this. In anything, obviously. Not even fucking betting on the stock market. And the niggas who are good and good at it don't want to do it no more. Now the niggas in music who are not good at it, they're trying to figure out what happened. Fuck out my face. On Spicy Sundays, fuck out my face. What they mean? Show him what the fuck they mean what happened. They let some foreigners dictate taste in culture, music, and fashion. The fuck you mean what happened? Y'all start celebrating all them gay rappers, playing my fucking face like you don't know they're gay actors. Like, and it doesn't matter who they have sex with. It's the fact, why the fuck you playing with me? Where the rappers at? Was this the music industry, the LGBT? Like, I don't understand what happened to the pilot swap. Okay, you got some gay rappers. Where the normal ones at? You know, the ones we grew up on. Whether they're in the closet or not, where is that? Where's that whole patina? Because it comes with a sound and a drum kit. Where do I use that at? Not with these niggas wearing damn dresses and skinny jeans. They ain't listening to these bass lines. You can't listen to these bass lines in those clothes. I know, I do. I'm a dude, bro. I'm telling you, be uncomfortable, bro. You're gonna take all that real nigga shit away and be like, what happened? That's the intersectionality of communism and bullshit ass black girls fucking playing too much. Y'all fucking play too much. Y'all play too fucking much. That was women's fault. What happened to music? They're the only ones acting like everybody can win and we're all in on this together. And they're celebrating all the gay boys for some reason. Complaining about where the real men at. Look at your playlist, bitch. Even a girl you listen to a gay boy. They love all the gay women singers. They love all the gay men rappers. And you just question that shit. Because there's not a problem with that. My problem is, where's anything else? My problem ain't that. My problem is that that's all there was left, and everyone acted like and gaslit us like that didn't happen. Like they gaslit us like we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. We're being toxic for noticing a palette shift. Like, nah, I can hear it, nigga. No silencing. Like, it's the music's gonna be different. The seriousness of it, the skill, the talent, and why it's being done is totally different. It's totally different. It's totally different. I don't know if that would the heterosexuals have the monopoly on trying hard or nothing, but I'm just saying, a lot of time heterosexuals try really hard at building something. And this is not that. I can hear it, bro. I can hear it in all the songs. I don't even have to play the whole fucking song. I'm old enough. Like, nah, they ain't take this shit serious enough. This girl's supposed to be a hood rat with these parents. Ruby Rose, daddy, a doctor and a dentist. Man, these hoes is bored with that pool in their backyard. Fuck out my face. Being rich don't stop you from being ugly, but being ugly don't make you a hood rat. Get this bitch off my fucking radio. She ain't a hood rat. She just ugly, y'all. That's different. That's different. All hood rats ain't ugly, y'all. But they just pick an ugly hood rat to be a rapper, and women. I'm talking about sisters, college educated, shit, cocoa butter baby, J. Cole fans. They remember the blueprint when I was in high school. These bitches. What a fucking Lady Gaga playlist. Fuck out my face. What happened? Ruined. Music was ruined by women. That's what happened. Hip hop, rap, thug, street culture, that. The rebellion, the resilience, all of that. And all the bad stuff that come with it too. Trust me, we don't do that no more. When all this shit is bad shit still left. Can you imagine? It wasn't us. Yeah, the bad shit's just baked into people, period. So let's let the skill and the talent raise to the top at least. Nah, can't do that. We gotta be popular and fucking hype beast. We gotta pander to bitches who lost their damn mind being hoes. For the first time in my fucking human history. But they said it's just the internet. Why the fuck it affect real life then? It affected the real radio. It affected the real economy. But these motherfuckers just being cute and clamorous, stacking on dumb shit on the internet, bro. We was there the whole time, wasn't we? I was out there. I saw it happen. I had a podcast when it was getting egregious. Oh, trust me, I was tapped in, man. They full of shit. They let women run the music industry. And it went to hell. Then, short story by MG the Future. For real. All those cool ideas are women. Bobby Shmurda breaking his booty on a table in front of women. It's all women behind the scenes, boy. Shouldn't have been nothing wrong with that. But there's something wrong with these fucking women. We can start there. It ain't all women. But all women got that whack ass playlist. So I don't know. They fucking taste in music sucks these days. They said COVID fucks with your taste. Oh yeah, I noticed it in music. Trust me, I rode around with plenty of them. They're listening to some bullshit. Drake was the only thing that could save them. As long as they could throw a Drake reference or song on their playlist, or be the type of girl like, I don't listen to Drake. That's how they fooled you. All right, if you're not listening to Drake, what are you listening to? You gonna tell me Masego? Nah, fuck out my face, girl. Kenny G be damn. Fuck out my face. Don't talk to me. Who's your favorite R&B singer right now? Some gay guy? Very romantic, sis. No wonder you only attract gay guys. Anyway, like I watched it. I watched it because I remember when it wasn't. And I saw the different results. I'm telling you, it's the music, man. Whoever controls music controls culture, brother. Every tribe, every culture. It's a silent weapon, boy. Music. That's how the stories are passed down. That's how the paradigm is passed down. That's how the recipes are passed down. Word of song and dance. This is human. This is like ancient. And they took over the music industry with that agenda. And people were telling us there was no agenda. Bro, motherfuckers is broke worrying about food stamps because the damn agenda is defunded. But there was no agenda. Fuck out my face. I hated that shit the most. That this shit was obviously happening faster and faster, worse and worse. And most people are just like, oh, this is the way that humans naturally go. And then as soon as they defund U.S. AIDS and this, and all of a sudden the artists go away, Cardi B acting like a slave, and all this weird shit start happening because they defunded the thing that funded the agenda. Like, we supposed to forget the shit. Like, for 15 years in a row, people told us there was no agenda. What agenda? There is no agenda. What agenda? Bitch. All right, you know the thing that we said there was an agenda with? Yeah. Where is it? It's gone, right? Yeah, bitch. That agenda. We're being toxic. We know when something's the end of it. Logically, this is going to end. Logically, this fucking sucks. Logically, you can't pretend enough. Logically, it's going to run out of money when no one gives a fuck. Logically, why are they doing this? Why are y'all not noticing? Logically, it's going to fucking suck. It's going to fucking end. Day of disco, nigga. And disco was gay as it goes. So it's not because it was gay. It's because of the agenda. They gaslit us. And this is what we got. Nothing. That's what pissed me off about music more than anything. I was like, I'm gonna need to take a break. You have to. You've been chasing this shit for 25 years? And then the last 10 to 15 was just people not taking shit seriously. Not the craft, not the art, not the veterans, not the history. You seen that shit fiasco with fucking lo-fi hip-hop and all that shit? I seen it. I was in the middle of the fucking trenches. Ninth Wonder, this guy, Streets, Controllerize, me, everybody, man. Tripping the fuck out. Because hip-hop is being gentrified. Again? This time on the internet. But the people, the defenders, if you will, of the real-life hip-hop underground, they were like they were the kings of the internet hip-hop. And that's why I was like, hold on. You were the ones that said, as an underground, non-mainstream hip hop people, that the internet hip hop beat making people weren't serious. Now we have a third party in the chat, and now you want to step in on the internet and try to establish waypoints now because yo ass on the internet on Spotify entitled every week too now. I ain't forget. Where them CD-ROMs at? Don't play with me. You selling cassettes? Don't play with me. When you performing next? All right then, don't play with us. Like, what was that? Like 8 years ago? 2017, 18? Yeah. That was way before I was 40. So I watched this shit play out. I watched everybody's fucking angle. And that's when I was like, fuck them. Because I learned talking to these people directly, their mind about music business. It's not expensive. A lot of people in that music industry space that I was talking to and interviewing or doing all the shit in between, what I realized really quick was that most of their opportunities, where the money comes in, where the energy comes in, is always third party. Like their money comes from being associated with the music industry, not the music industry. They're monetizing their clout, their proximity. The music industry is way more about fame than it was about selling records. Can't party without music. So if you're in the music industry, you have to party about music. Kind of fucking important. So I learned that they day traded on their importance. Not talent, not skill, not who was hungry. For producers and beat makers, a little bit different because we have like, we're indentured. You can have a publishing deal based on these people, based on your effort. But if you want this publishing deal person, friends with the A&R people at this record label with these artists, that's a different relationship. They ain't got shit to do with you. So you align yourself to that publisher because they have access to Def Jam. Like, that's how we would have to have played that game if it was a meritocracy or you had the hot energy or sound for that moment and you were able to get them to hear it and run with it. That's not where the money come from. Oh no. That's why they don't put out more music, bro. I don't know. After 9/11, they started positioning business then music. It's kind of Jay-Z's fault. But not really. He was just applying a wider marketing. It's kind of like how we saw paywalls with fucking beats. I said, don't fucking do that, you dumbasses. Fucking Web 1.0 ass bullshit, Ponzi. You want to put this on beats on the $25 we have left, right? He did that kind of thing. Like Jay-Z was like Gabe and Legion Beats for like having 1 million records sold before the album dropped through Samsung, right? Like that form of monetizing. So once you understand, he ain't got to buy 1 million of his own records to chart. The label ain't got to do too much. He's shaking hands with Samsung directly, and they're going to buy that album up front. They're going to shoot a little 10-minute documentary with Timbaland doing things with the pencil. And then the streets, remembering Hey Papi and The Blueprint, are going to go check it out. At very least, everyone want a new iPhone or Samsung. So once we hit that threshold right there, game over. Everybody else in between started looking at things like that too. Hence monetizing their attention. Clout or influencers. Outside. Now there's no outside. So they had to like merge their lanes inward. And the fruits and the results of that type of attention on the internet does not equal to the same type of psychopathy and narcissism that you have to encounter in person for those type of people to even be around you versus anyone can just follow you and believe anything on the internet. And I think the people in the middle of that didn't pay attention. Like, you can be important in Hollywood with 1,000 followers on the internet. Parties, money, sex, everything built into it. Or You get on the internet and think it's important to have a 200,000 followers, and you think that because you could say that in person, that you're now more important. You're not. In-person clout is always way more value. It's like streams versus plays, you know what I'm saying? Or streams versus purchases. Like we fucked that up. We fucked that conversion up. Real life, they came from real life. They came from the bottom of the pyramid in real life's Ponzi and tried to be the top of the internet Ponzi and failed. There we go. Easily, simple, more simply put. They're not the same games and the same rules. And I had to live through that shit. That shit was egregious. Timberland doing Beat Club. All the influencers suddenly want to start YouTube channels but never committed to it. Always talking about the industry and the companies and hip hop and bridging the gap of something, you know, like, and you never seen it happen. At best, you've seen Akai finally have hip hop presets. Like Akai finally had urban themed loop kits after 2018. Keep that in mind. Please keep that shit in mind. Oh my God, what a great fucking idea. The MPC drum machine with hip hop drums. Like, what other music do we know an MPC for? Like, let's cut it the fuck out. Let's really cut it the fuck out. So, you know what I'm saying? The best they could do was that. Get the people who almost had placements with the people neo soul boom bap expansion from Texas on the New York East Coast themed kit. Fuck out my face. Fuck out my face. If it ain't Zero or Scarface, keep they ass away from it. Mobb Deep would never. Cut it out. They can't even do that shit right. But it don't get no more mainstream than that. Or famous. They're trying to monkey branch it. They're trying to skirt into the internet, use that clout, and then skirt back to a more important outside position. Like an election, actually. I watched them now. These motherfuckers are already on a Grammy board. Now they have to compete on the internet. Like they have to keep their hierarchy digitally. There we go. And we watched them flounder around, playing people's faces. Never brought no money or attention, nothing. No new studios, nothing, right? All these new bridge gaps and all these influencers on the internet from other countries and white people and everyone in between us. We have all of that attention and energy, millions of people seeing us, and not one of these clowns got together and actually made music. The culture, the internet, tech, old guard of the labels, new guard of content creators in the communities, all together at once. No verses. And not once out of all of that did someone make a hit. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Cooked. So if none of that was for making hits or making music, what was it for? Exactly. What music industry? These are just, all that's left is clout chasers. They living off of memories, nigga. And I'm nostalgic as fuck. They've been living off of memories on the internet. These motherfuckers are still doing podcasts about back then. Like, they don't even have a story to tell you about 2020 yet. They still in the late 90s and early 90s. Re-summarizing everything we already said and did. Just for us to be right. That's a generational gap. That's all. It's a generational gap because of the internet. You've seen us both at the same time thinking we're from the same generation and we're not. Nah, millennials played this shit on all Madden, boy. We had a deal with the real world and the internet being born at once. So we know what it was like before the internet, and we know what it was like before the real life people got on the internet. Oh my God. Yep. Day ones. It's weird to be a day one on the internet, boy. Don't let these people lie to you. I remember everything. So, when they started getting on the internet, I knew it was going to be full of shit soon. I saw what they did to MySpace. MySpace is when celebrities started getting on the internet and like trying to change the hierarchy. That's why Twitter was weird, because of Diddy. It was the first time a random person in Oklahoma could just say something to Christina Aguilera. Novelty. And non-surprisingly, that got to other people who are not famous heads. Like, cause remember the mirror neuron thing. Like, people who are not really famous or haven't really done shit, they're trying to class act like they're in the peer group of Diddy's, moguls, mansion parties, Miami's, yachts. You see them on Instagram. They frame themselves in those locations, but they're not in those parties. They're not in those boardrooms. They're not on those business meetings. They're not in an apartment expensive enough ever for their lifestyle to equal their paycheck anyway, right? You understand what I'm saying? You understand how to see things the right way. Like, oh, you're in the atmosphere, but you're in the wrong building anyway. So why are you there? Oh, you're fronting. Because you could have just been at the top building in the area you from, bitch. But instead, you have to act like you're there with them because you seen one of them there with the blue check back when you couldn't buy for blue check. Just to find out the blue check is just as crazy as these niggas. Yes. But with better credit. With people. A lot of them don't buy the shit. They be renting those houses. Sometimes they don't even be renting those houses. Someone just let them live there. Favor. That's when, you know how they say, like, you're rich as your friends are? Thus. They're like, substitute friends, cousins. They're cousins. They rank up in clout to become cousins of the guy that knows the guy. For the benefit. The people in the music industry who made money in the music industry could not afford to produce music to put into the music industry by themselves. So what that tells you is that almost every project that comes out in the music industry is done as a favor. Meaning, it's not good enough to have talent in a studio or to be able to make music. No, nothing's going to happen unless on the other side of business, someone needs a favor. And that favor rhymes with, okay, I can allot some of this to go to this musical campaign. But there is no musical campaign without that investor. That's the music industry. That's why they use the word industry. Not music business, it's a music industry. They did radio to sell vinyl. They did vinyl to sell to car players. 8 tracks, all that shit. Technology, Japan, all that shit. That's an industry. These people way on the other side of the world don't understand a goddamn thing you saying on that recorded tape. We ain't got that no more since they went fucking digital. They went independent, direct to consumer, with a middleman, which means it's not direct to consumer. It's direct to the middleman, and through the middleman, you can get to the consumer. Yes. That's 3 steps for a 2-step pyramid. There's already room. So they thought they were going to cut out the record, and they thought they were going to cut out the record business and make record business money doing music business. And music was never the cash cow of the record industry. It was never the fucking music. Never, ever the music. It was everything else. The difference is back then, there was only people who were serious making music because it wasn't as easily accessible technology. So if you're going to get into music spaces in real life and musical communities, whether that's church, stage, bands, you're already the most serious people in your high school. You're already the most serious people in your village. So when you pick from that talent that is good, that's catchy, that's a hit from serious villages, then they're gonna make hits because the rest of the world can't even fucking make music yet. Whereas today, everyone makes music at a certain level at least. So it's kind of not, you know what I'm saying? The novelty's not there for the talent anyway. You couldn't recognize talent today anyway if they're just gonna make the same music. Because no new talent today is gonna make better music than where it came from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them doing a remix from the early 2000s will never hit like the early 2000s because you already know, oh, that's what they're doing. They're remixing the early 2000s for the nostalgia, for the influence, for it to be a hit. But it just sounds very plain and regular. And they might be really good at what they do to them, to their friend group, to their village. It might be the best they can do. But because there's a reference point, remember, it's a pyramid. We're building on top of something else. There's nothing else to build on this pyramid. Especially the last 10, 15 years, it ain't been about fucking music. You know what I'm saying? You spent 10 years doing tofu bricks. You feel me? These kids are they're trying to become influencers and make the sound of their time period, which was pure propaganda. You know what I'm saying? They're pivoting off of propaganda era. They're pivoting off of friendships era. They're pivoting off of tech taking over old, correct me if I'm wrong, mafia-run business. And correct me if I'm wrong, the mafia's in the Vatican Bank business. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the Vatican Bank pulled back their liquid assets 2021. Correct me if I'm wrong. Around the same time, I don't know, Spotify and all of them was doing all the cool extra shit, copyright infringements. We're about to close a deal with SoundCloud, Spotify, and Interscope. Boom, 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 boom. All of a sudden, your record companies needed the tech bros' digital investment. They needed to partner up and do 360 deals with tech bros. At the same time, the Vatican goes, oh no. Crazy fucking story. But that absolutely fucking happened, didn't it? Now look at us. They're living off of streams. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream, ass niggas. Like, they ain't, what I'm saying is, they ain't got nothing for this. Your record industry been cooked. Now it's just cooked digitally. Because of bot farms and AKA payola, they're used to it. That's why they didn't object to it. But they didn't understand how ratios work and how time works. And how taste and numbers do not mean the same thing, bitch. People eat disgusting shit every day, nigga. By choice or other reason, right? So, no banks, no music industry. That's crazy. That's crazy. We got a crypto music industry. Ain't that a bitch? You saw them damn lawsuits. That was them scraping up pennies. They couldn't make that much damn money if they fucking published the damn song themselves. You ever notice they never have a good fucking idea with their catalog, but they always going after other people using their catalog? You ever fucking notice that? Like, they didn't get a pattern model on how they could do it themselves. There's always after the fact. There's always after someone else references or samples or, you know, makes it hot again. That's when they show up. They never just be showing up. Hence, very lazy. It's a generational thing. These ain't the people that created the music industry. These are the grandkids and cousins. More likely, it's being ran by the grandkids of the cousins. It's not even by the same people, bro. Yeah. They really thought our culture or our influence was just that copy and pasteable. Hence, denying humanity of certain groups of people still. They can't fucking believe it. It's something about the fucking ingredients. Can you imagine? No, it's not that. It's just, you know, Anything could be a hit if you put the right money behind it. All right, Beyonce. Listen, I'm gonna listen to Say My Name before I hear anything on that new album. I promise you that. I promise you that. I don't play Say My Name before I play anything on that new album. I can promise you that. I'll tell you what the difference is. On Dark Child, I'll tell you what the difference is. But she ain't got Dark Child number no more? That don't make no sense. How come these artists never make songs again with the people that gave them hits? Wouldn't that be a logical conclusion? Like, yo, you and this person has hit chemistry. How about it's been, I don't know, goddamn 10, 20 years later? How about y'all try some new shit? I'm sure we would appreciate that better than this shit. I appreciate that so much better than this shit. How about we just do that? How about Rodney, Darkchild, Brandy, Monica, and Lewinsky, and Donald Trump if he wants to? Like, how about y'all just get in the studio with the same music industry, same A&R, same catalog holder, same everybody, cut the same fucking check for the same fucking results, because it'll probably be a fucking hit. No. SoundCloud stats indicate that Kissimmee, Florida is influencing the market space. Glorilla, shut your ass up. The record industry don't even know it's signing people on Fruity Loops demo beats. That would the problem be. It don't be, it don't be hating on the person coming up. It'd be like the music industry don't touch it and take it to the next level. It'd be like, yeah, we like the Fruity Loop demo beat. Let's sell it. Let's see if we can get her on fucking late night, like on a Fruity Loop demo beat. I'm talking about you open up Fruity Loops and they got them demo beats and you just modified some shit and it sound like that. And they're like, yeah. Music industry say, yeah. We don't need a mix or nothing, no. We don't get Mike Will Made It or the eardrummers. No. Right here. This is it. Sensational. Like Kanye fucked this up for us. Kanye's fashion taste really fucked up the music space. This is literally Kanye's fault too. And Kim Kardashian, that's Twitter in the music industry. You cannot collapse that timeline. Yep, social media, Twitter and Kim Kardashian, Kanye West. The music industry left with the taste of some fucking Kardashians, boy. We've been keeping up with the fucking Kardashian West for 15 fucking years, boy. That's as crazy as life gets. We talking about Brandy's brother, Ray J and Kim Kardashian, and crazy ass Kanye West grew up in China, but somehow fell in love with his cousin in Chicago. We don't know the story. But however that happened, these two, they put all the money in their backpacks to curate the culture. Weird story. Y'all love Kanye. Don't act different now. Don't act different now. Listen, I grew up on Kanye. That's a different story. Now y'all like Kanye after Yeezus. Y'all a different story. Y'all a whole different story. Y'all have no idea what you're missing. Y'all start at Yeezus with Kanye. That's how I knew it was gonna be a problem. Y'all listen to that fucking Runway song with that one piano note and lose your damn mind. I'm like, this could not be a soul sample. Nah, y'all listen to Runway Kanye. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on. Y'all was on Tumblr, wasn't you? Y'all motherfuckers got that playlist curated on Vine. I know what happened to your ass. Nah, we just the hard knock life for us. Nah. Reach to the Izzo for us. Sorry. Ain't no love in the heart of the city, first of all. Don't do that. You don't know what you're doing. Come on, Just Blaze. Nah, that's the Kanye West we was talking about. That's a different type of Kanye West. That Jeff Basker, ding, that ain't hot, nigga. I listened to SoundClick beats my whole life. No, that ain't it. Y'all came in on Yeezus. I ain't gonna forget, Shogun, I can't forgive him. They talking about Kanye West post. Man, y'all got to Kanye's head. That wasn't us. We was already Kanye fans. We was from overnight celebrity. We was right there. We were locked in. When it all falls down, we was locked in. Nah. When John Legend and Kanye was around, we was locked in. This is before 2007 Atlanta. Jeezy, no. Kanye is, we talking about pre-Jeezy Kanye. Then Jeezy Kanye happened, right? I was still there. I was still there. Oh, from my city. Oh, I swear to God, he had a verse on that song. I swear to God, that's the weirdest Mandela effect. That one right there. That Mandela effect right there. See, there ain't too many white people up on this one because y'all wasn't outside. I was outside in 2007, right? And I remember when Kanye and Jeezy had those two songs. That I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I woke, I spent that on a necklace. There's Jeezy's ad libs in it, and then the other one, put on for the city. You got Jeezy and Kanye, so it's like a little trade off they got. Shout out to Drummer Boy. It's a little trade off. They got one each type of thing going on, right? This is how the music industry used to do things. It was cool. Two new artists, kind of. In between, they got a Diddy party. Don't forget that Kanye started with Diddy. I ain't forget shit Kim Kardashian and fucking Amber Rose ass tendencies. So, trying to figure out why he a freaky frog. He came up producing for Mace with Diddy, but like Kanye's been in East Orange for a long time, shorty. Anyway, dressed in a fucking suit like he going to church. I remember everything. Anyway, so that Kanye right there, that same Kanye. So, but Jeezy used to rap on that song, y'all. Fuck out my face. Jeezy had a verse on La 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 La. Wait till I get my money right. I know he did. I know he did. I was at Burger King listening to it. I know I did. I know he did. I know he did because you know how I was back then on radio. They'll play that shit again and again. I was like, oh my God, Kanye and Jeezy. There's two different songs? Now, Jeezy was rapping on both of them. I remember it was like that. I remember so clear. I remember it so clear. I remember going home on Kazaa, LimeWire, whichever one we had, and I had to find both of them because I didn't know the damn title. It was on the goddamn radio. I found them. Rapmusic.com. Oh, they talking about it. Yep. That's right before Kanye lost his goddamn mind. Right there. That's when he lost his goddamn mind. He lost his mind right after that Jeezy collabo. Right after the Mandela Effect and CERN machine took fucking Jeezy off that goddamn song and went playing my fucking face with the goddamn ad-lib track like Jeezy wouldn't be on that song. And they're gonna tell us this long story 10 years later, by the way. I've been trying to look for this explanation my whole fucking life on a Sinbad and a Genie movie. And they'll talk about, oh yeah, you know, it was Kanye sent it over, and you know, I was about to release my new album, but they said, you know, he took the this off, and he kept your ad libs in it. Shut the fuck up. Nah, Jeezy had a verse on that, bro. And they gonna tell me, they gonna allude to the fact that Jeezy had a verse on it. No, bitch, I heard Jeezy verse on that song. Don't tell me you didn't. Don't tell me 10, 15 years later y'all recorded it and something happened. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that because I heard the song and I knew it because it was Jeezy on it. Let's talk about 2007. Listen. Kanye didn't do Yeezus yet, so I wasn't looking for Kanye on an Atlanta beat. That was no one's great idea. But Jeezy though, all right, come on now. On Shorty Red and them, on Camo Beats, on my Instant Messenger playlist. Stop playing with me, them niggas. Yeah, no. They ain't gonna sit here and Mandela affect that goddamn song. I knew something wrong with this universe. We lost a whole Jeezy verse. Shogun L said, if I had $1 million, yeah. Shogun L says it happened. It happened, bro. It fucking did, bro. It fucking did. I don't know if that's because they downloaded it off the internet and played the internet copy on the fucking radio, and then they freaked out and pulled it and released it with the video. I don't know what the fuck they did to it. But I had the Jeezy verse on that goddamn song, boy. And then Mandela Effects came out. And then you're like, oh, shit. It didn't start in 2011 then, nigga. I remember them songs. It changed the sound of music. Can't tell me nothing. Haha. Yeah, he definitely did rap on that. Fuck out my face. But yeah. That's when the music industry and all the other industries moved to Atlanta, to grandma's house for the summer, I guess. TikTok. It was just a matter of time before that was over. Then they tried to pass the ball real quick back to Los Angeles, didn't they? They couldn't do it, man. The internet has waited for fucking Detox for goddamn 25 years, nigga. Yo, let Dr. Dre know ain't shit sweet when I see him. Tell him. Tell Dr. Dre I'm coming to California, man. I'm gonna run into this nigga. He a big nigga. I'm a big nigga too. We have to talk on how I've been learning how to make beats, waiting for fucking Detox. My whole damn life now. So to my chagrin, when the Compton soundtrack came out, and y'all just gonna let that shit slide. Y'all heard that Compton soundtrack. Kendrick Lamar was alive, you know. That's around the time he wrote that song for Dre to do with him. Women, Weed, and Weather, right? We talking about that time period. Yes, we are. And then the Compton soundtrack came out. I'm doing Machine Masters. I'm like, I'm on the cover of the new Dr. Dre Almost Detox album. No, the fuck I didn't. The fuck was going on outside? Y'all let that shit slide. Y'all let that shit slide. Y'all let Dr. Dre put his name on that too. I don't appreciate that. The fans missed it. Mixed reviews, pimping butterflies right after it. I get it. Weird tastemakers. But no. I was waiting for Detox the whole time. No. We saw the videos. We saw Snoop in the damn studio on a motif with 3 other producers. We saw Warren G say something, and Daz Dillinger just can't get enough fucking credit out here. We 5, 10, 15 years in a fucking row hearing about all these fucking mysterious producer meetups and like Illmind is crying about being the father of sons, but he couldn't get a Dr. Dre placement. And Jake One got the same damn snare that fucking Croup Drums gave me. And Compton came out. Man, fuck him, man. With triplet hi-hats? Nah. Mixed on Waves SSL? Nah, you ain't gonna do that to me. I swear to God, you ain't gonna put Dr. Dre name on this and then have this shit mixed in fucking Pro Tools. No, you're not. With Kendrick Lamar coming out the box, no, you're not. They did, though. They tried us. Oh, it's just the soundtrack ass niggas. Nigga, half our favorite songs from the 90s are from soundtracks ass niggas. Duh. So Dr. Dre doing a soundtrack ass nigga should be like a New Jersey Drive soundtrack, nigga. And it wasn't. It was nothing like that. It was nothing like my Reason Racking module. It was nothing like my fucking Yamaha Grand EQ'd piano, no Scott Storch. Like, it was nothing like that. It sounded like some shit you learn on Busyworks Beach Channel, bro. No disrespect. It wasn't even Fly Low, bro. It wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the Bass Dungeon out of LA either. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Selection either. It wasn't Selection either, bro. It wasn't Selection either. It was none of that. It was some other shit. And now I gotta go find Dr. Dre and talk about this. Now I got it. Now I gotta sit him down. Now I gotta sit the big homie down. Like, listen. I already talked to Warren G. I'm real close to Dr. Dre. Watch. You'll see it. Shit, as long as he don't get caught up in some other shit. He already got enough of shit he caught up in, but this Compton soundtrack, oh my God, and Detox. I ain't fucking forget. All this shit with fucking Blackstreet and Jodeci, nigga. Nah, you ruined something, nigga. You, Dr. Dre, you got to answer for this, buddy. You and Jimmy Iovine on YouTube, you do. On Interscope, you do. On Beats by Dre, you do. On Apple Music, you do. Y'all listen. Y'all let Dr. Dre and Associates and Indian Associates get away with some willy-nilly shit when it comes to his music game too, boy. He can't have the undefeated producer champion title of the world because he's an engineer the whole fucking time and drop fucking Compton and y'all just forget that happened. Nah, I ain't gonna let y'all forget. Nope. Amen Ross says, I was playing Soul in the whole soundtrack before the AIM show. Squad. Jonathan L. Flowers. Peace-a-roo on the track. Live from State Park in Texas. Squad. Amen Ross says, no Detox, but we'll do Marsha Ambrosia album and sample De La Soul Stakes is High. Did he do that? I haven't heard that one. I know Stakes is High. I did not hear the Marsha Ambrosia version. And Dr. Dre's behind it? we gotta talk. The song with Jeezy verse is still there. Listen. Gorilla Gospel 3, back in the T-Pain buy you a drink era, right? T-Pain was the threshold. Like, once you get past T-Pain, we ain't going back. Eamon Ross says, say my name was like senior year of high school, riding around shorty singing the lyrics and looking dead at your face. Dark Child was crazy. She was looking at your face. Now them girls gonna play me like that. Three facts. Talk about impulsive spending that never impulse buys a good preamp on a Prada website instead of Sweetwater. Like Shogun said, as soon as you present that to them, they auto print, let's get this money, and the song they come up with to get is death on tape. Yet, always learn the business first, then make music. Yet they haven't learned music, and it's been 20 years. Shogun says 99 overall on 2K, not IRL. Whole Beat Club era didn't make 1/5 of a hit, and that's curious. Too many tiny desks, not enough big desk performances. Come on now. Those song credits of all those people were called and fit all the favors in. Streaming of streaming platforms. Harut. Couldn't get them all on the same record for no amount of money. Mr. Now. Where did Rodney go? And he got a daughter that sings. Still waiting. Emma Ross says, say my name was that high school joint. They could have said 808s and Heartbreaks at least, but After Yeezus as a start is a mess. They started After Yeezus. I promise you they did. That's Gen Z and all them favorites too. Can't tell me nothing. State Park. The Greatest by Marja Ambrosia. He killed that sample. I'm gonna listen to it. Compton was dope to me. I still play it. I still listen to 80% West Coast though. I'm biased. Nah, it wasn't that whether it was dope or not. It's that we thought that was going to be Detox for 15 years in a row. We're waiting for all of those producers and all those collabs and all those beat sessions. We didn't get Detox, man. Nagasaki, I still even listen to DJ Quick semi-frequently. I gotta get into DJ Quick. I already know that. Bartender song, though, by T-Pain. Shit. Sugar Free and E40. Oh, yeah, I gotta get on my E40 wave, too. There's a few of them I learned so far. But yeah, I gotta catch up to E40, man. See what he was talking about. Because everybody shot him out. Everybody. On Bone Thugs and Harmony and Biggie Smalls. Everybody know E40 for some reason. They got some other rappers out there too, from back in the day. That kind of paved their sound, I guess, or their culture more so. That player culture. I didn't know it was a thing, man. I didn't know it was a thing. It seems to be a thing. But that's crazy because we watched How to Be a Player by Bill Bellamy on the East Coast. That was a West Coast story. Most of them were. The Wood was too. The Wood was a West Coast story too. And his name Mike. He from North Carolina. Listen, I'm from North Carolina. Can you fucking imagine the story? The Wood part two. But yeah, like, I get it. I see it. I gotta catch up on this player music, man. That's it. That's all. That makes sense to somebody. Shit, if it makes sense to anybody, it makes sense to me now. You need some Red Pill soundtracks from the 90s. Nagasaki still listen to DJ Battlecat's work. I was born into the funk. I can't help it. This is some bloodline shit. Hey, take it. Take it. How you skip over Say You Will and Say Runaway? They do. I saw them do it. It's evil out here. Y'all be careful. There's some evil out here, boy. What happened to us? We were a proper country. No, the fuck we weren't. But it was better than whatever the fuck we got left. At least, right? Is that what's happening? We're like recanting. It's like the last day of school, but like the last day of school every day for a school year. Try to remember what happened and fucking the first semester, the fifth period on that Friday. Like, where did all the good days go? It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday ass niggas, man. Gorilla Gospel says I cannot stop the funk either. 100 Nagasaki. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get into funk too much. I only got funk by proxy. House and disco. House and disco. House and disco. That's funk enough for me. Lo-fi funk. Shogun says 1 million. So we got funk, soul, East Coast, Southern, down south, Midwest, West Coast, and Oakland. And obviously some other shit. Louisiana they act like they got their own thing too, don't they? Where Arkansas at? Just chasing off Snoop Dogg. Memphis, kinda. They more so got an accent. Very particular branch of Indians they are. Wonder what their story is. But yeah. It's Lil Wayne's fault. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Gen Z pulls out of the hat next. They'll come up with something. Because it's them that I'm watching. Talk about how everything's dead. I'm watching them say it. Talking about the talent and the skill and the reason they do it. Like they recognize that they're in the wrong. That their cohorts are in music for the wrong reasons. Basically, is what they're trying to say. Like, yeah, we can't. Old heads can't fix it. It's a young man's game. We knew that as young men. We came to change the game, and we did. We did. We did our part. We did our part a long time ago, actually. Before BeatStars was born. Before YouTube, shit. Yeah, we've been on the internet with beats before YouTube, bro. So we was in the trenches. No cell phones. Like you gotta be on a browser on a computer. You gotta pray that their computer fucking got the damn driver to even hear your shit. Like motherfuckers need to install DLLs and Winamps and shit, nigga. Like you needed a tech savvy fucking listener to load that 5-minute lo-fi MP3 off of SoundClick at 128 kilobits per second, nigga. Like you needed a goddamn a fucking what's that shit? Someone who did stationary in the office. You needed one of them motherfucking what are them niggas called? Front desk people cruising the fucking internet to listen to our damn beats. A damn secretary level. Someone who can type, by the way. Don't forget they had to type our shit in. Niggas can't type, boy. Niggas can't write 5 sentences today. So imagine 20 years ago, you had to type that shit in. http://www.soundclick.com/MC Shiny Chain. Is that with an E or Y? MC Shiny Chain 69 _ forever.html. Like, y'all wasn't outside, boy. Like, you had to tell a motherfucker that in passing, and hopefully they went home and remembered something. On dial-up. And then you write that shit down for them, www. something, and all of a fucking sudden, they said they couldn't get to your website because they forgot to put HTTPS, ass niggas. Way before Google was useful. Yeah, like from there to now? Harut says, a Danish. Our first emails was Yahoo. Come on, you was outside. A Danish Palestinian rapper did a song with Battle Cat 10 years ago. I just remembered. We got all of them influences. Trail of Tears or something. Come on now. Our first emails was Yahoo. Yup. I had a Pokemon email and everything. Boy, couldn't tell me nothing. What was it? DeyZan skills at yahoo.com? Sure, as God made green apples, it was. On my middle name it was. DSkills. DeyZan skills at yahoo.com. Sure was. Sure was. But I had we had AOL banned me. We had Roadrunner. So I had a Comcast. What was it, Comcast? Was it Time Warner? It was something. It was something before these motherfuckers bought it. Oh, it was Roadrunner. Yeah, it was something something at RR dot whatever the fuck. So AOL, a Roadrunner. I felt like for a quick minute I had Earthlink email. Real quick. On DSL or something, with Bell South or something. Whatever Bell South had. I think that was Earthlink. So we went from DSL to Roadrunner. And then Yahoo for the websites and GeoCities. And MSN, because MSN had a chat, don't sleep, especially if you're an artist. Most of those international people are MSN. So I had to create a fucking DSkills underscore some bullshit at Hotmail, I think. And then MSN lets you use Hotmail. I think that happened. Something weird, Netscape Navigator ass time period. And then Gmail came out, and that was it. I've been with Gmail since. The fucking ops. Selling fucking beats on the internet with a Yahoo account. You're ridiculous. My hotmail.com was my professional one. GeoCities for web pages. Come on now. Yahoo help you set up the GeoCities joints too. Yup. Didn't have no goddamn MP3 player though. Washed. SoundClick all the way. Back in the Nokia phone era, those phones were instructable. Yeah, they're fucking playing Snake. I'll call you after 9 o'clock. And that's the weirdest shit about life. By the time I had a Nokia and a girlfriend at the same time, it didn't make sense for me to be talking on a goddamn cell phone with her. I didn't grow up talking to bitches on cell phones, bro. It was in real life. I just thought about that. Some people meet the girl online, chat online, DM online, and maybe they FaceTime, and maybe they actually talk on the phone and not text. But nah, we had to actually talk to these bitches in real life, guys. Y'all remember? Y'all remember? Y'all had like meet a girl in real life and get to know her in real life and do things in real life? Like the whole point you had a relationship is so that y'all saw each other in real life and did things in real life. If you remember. I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know if they teach these kids that lesson. Winamp. Y'all crazy. We called it caking. Oh shit. Cupcaking. We called it cupcaking too. Legendary. Snake is legendary. Yeah, man. Shout out to Nokias, man. I barely use that damn phone. Jonathan L says, yep, call them on the phone. I had to ask for them because they had their own phone. On the house phone with the 20. Oh, shit. Shit. Hopefully y'all had cordless by the 2000s. God damn. You had to worry about whether that shit was charged. And that's crazy that the cordless phone battery lasts longer than goddamn cell phone battery. And we talk on the cordless phone longer. Goddamn Wi-Fi. But yeah. What a time. What a time to have been alive through. To see what it is now. Now you have to meet a girl on Yahoo chat. And hopefully she swipes on your DM. And then you have to have like awkward, weird, pop the balloon questions to see if she has a fucking personality. And to make sure you're not a fucking weirdo. And then maybe you call her or FaceTime her. And if you've grown enough, you're like, eventually we'll schedule a time to meet up. But then there's like nothing in between it, right? It's so fucking weird, bro. They should just marry their work husband. I think that's the way that would go. The cordless phone with the caller ID. Come on now. We had to work to go on missions. We did. We did. We had to go on missions. It's exactly what it was like. Stunting like it's a cell phone. That's crazy. They might still ghost you. Damn it. You couldn't ghost back then. Had 1.4 joint you could take down the road. You take the fucking the cordless phone to the damn corner store. That's crazy. I got an important call coming. I take my phone with me real quick. That's crazy. That's crazy. My crazy ass. If I had an important call, I probably would. I never had no fucking important calls back when we had those. Unless it's December and everyone wants on call around your Christmas, birthday, and Thanksgiving. That was about it. But nah, we was outside. I actually spent more time on the phone in middle school. What, 6th grade? 6th grade, I think. I stopped talking on the phone by the time I got 8th grade. Unless my friend didn't go to my school no more. But then that didn't last long. Because then you didn't see him in real life no more. Like, nah, just go to the park. You know what park I'll be at, buddy? Shit, we did all of our talking outside on the green box, right? Or the basketball court. All the shit, all the culture shit, all the memes, all the jokes. That was real life. It wasn't a Twitter timeline yet for it. That's what it is. That's what the game is missing. They didn't have to be funny in real life with an audience that would boo them every day. Every day. We weren't even trying to be comedians. And that's the craziest thing. We weren't even trying to be comedians. We weren't doing stand up. But your ass will get laughed at if you fucking say some stupid, lame, corny shit. And the outside will let you know that. Regionally too. Every outside do it different. I had to go back and forth. Like shit. I had to go back and forth. On the internet, they just smoothed it out, neutralized it, made it, even, I guess. Bad idea. Bad fucking idea for funny, especially. Bad idea for taste, if you think about it. Bad idea. Retweets and likes should not dictate anything. But I gotta see if this kid could survive being outside or being laughed at. You can't do that reverse narcissism like you do on the retweets. You can't type a new status update on Facebook in first person about haters. No, your goofy ass got to stand outside. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking to? Goofy as hell. These people on the internet couldn't do that. They're not as cool as they think they are. They're not. And then you let them make music. Oh, if they couldn't rap at the lunch table, they ain't supposed to be doing records. If they got booed off at the lunch table, they ain't supposed to be on MySpace talking about they got a single coming out. Don't do it. What y'all do? Y'all let the people who ain't supposed to rap outside the cafeteria drop music. Why? What was the reason? That shit was the character building. Oh shit, Cairo Shin said, way back in the day, we called it courting. So we got going on missions, caking, courting, and we ain't got none of that left. Damn, son. Where do you find that? So you can only find a girl if you go to high school with her these days, right? These motherfuckers ain't even going to high school for real. On Zoom. Zoom love. I'm searching for a Zoom love. Yeah, man. We got a lot of work ahead of us. We got a lot of work as a society, at least. If we want to fix it. Don't let these foreigners come in and sweep this shit up and put you on a new fucking communism system. Because this is the peak, prime condition in which they would do some shit like that. And I think that's what we're realizing. It ain't about it whether or not we lost our recipes or our direction, boy. We're not even in the ocean. We're in space, just spinning around, hoping a planet come up. Because, damn. Everything we are talking about, like the brother said, that is character building. That's community building. That's, you know what I'm saying? That builds your awareness of life and society. Their stories. Like, in person, you see the before and after. You see the phase shift. You see the mood shift. You see the clothes change. You see such and such got a car. Such and such work over there. Like, you see the before and after. You see, you know what I'm saying? You know what the stuff is, what the grit is that created these circumstances. And then you get on the internet and people just say anything or post anything, whatever, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I think a healthy dose of both of them would have been beneficial to the world. But it seemed like the economy consumed outside first, thus lowest hanging fruit. path of least resistance to use sociology on the internet as the main course. And that's where everyone fucked up. Your main playground should not be the internet. Not in a society that relies on people. You die in real life. You don't die on the internet. So I think yeah. We got our work cut out for us on that one, man. That ain't Gen Z fault. They literally have no fucking frame of reference. They can't fix it. They never had it. That's the sad part. Like, what happens if we lose the internet? Right? Like, the internet. Like, the way we, yeah. It has to be a time we lose it, right? Like, lose it like MySpace and SoundCloud. Like, lose that. And for whatever fucking reason, social media is not it for most people, right? Like, commoners. Like, common people just not. There's nothing for them on the internet to be there like that. And in turn, I don't know. Maybe they go outside. Maybe there's something else to do. Or maybe, people check out like they did in the fall of the curtain era we read about. Anyway, however that fucking plays out. And then it ends with the internet being just AI slop bots, corporate, kind of lame, right? Like a fucking webpage with a bunch of banners on it. You familiar? What if social media becomes that soon? And then Gen Z then is forced with real life? What the fuck does that equation look like for them? To not have a reference of real life outside, like the community thing or the green box or the park or whatever it is. Like, they're old enough to go to clubs now. But like, to be that age and then not have the thing that you've always known lead your, you know what I'm saying? No longer having the consensus of the internet being theirs, right? Being their playground, being their echo chamber of ideas and goonerisms or whatever the fuck they be on for YNs, whatever, the summit, the Instagram live where your op is at, you know what I'm saying? What if that just is not the thing no more? Or they get older too, right? They're gonna turn 28 eventually. And they start hitting that Saturn return period and the internet's just not it for them. What the fuck are you gonna do with these people? They're gonna just stumble around the sidewalks? They don't know how to walk? What's gonna happen? Because this shit ain't forever. You know that. On MySpace, we know that. They don't know that. They don't get that reference. There was 4 when MySpace was out. They wasn't there for real. They didn't know. They didn't edit the HTML and the image location to get SpongeBob with the glitter on it. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They heard about it. They didn't see the ridiculous backgrounds either. Everyone didn't have a SpongeBob. There was worse. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just. They'll be the first generation codependent on social media for their identity. And maybe the last. They might be the first and the last, actually. I don't see it sticking without the financial incentive. Planet full of bots. Naomi Sunnyside. Ah, shit. YouTube banners were that for the parallel. Kyroshin says AI stopped speeding up that timeline too. Is it? I can see that. TBFB13 says 3. The lunch table, beats, pencil, swollen knuckles, grinding beats, and pissed off teachers. Shogun says, what time to be alive? Mr. Nelson says, hell no. It's kind of halfway there already. Thank you, boomers. Harut on the track. Planet full of bots. TikTok, Facebook already has AI stop. What does Facebook look like these days? Some old head said that. Oh, he was being catty about the Republicans. He's saying that the Republicans have been quiet on Facebook for the past 3 days. But I was just going to ask that. What's the tone of Facebook lately? Do the locals still have haters? Are the baby mothers happy yet? Because they've had 10 years to figure out happiness, man. It's a long-ass healing journey. Are the old people still getting scammed by Nigerians that are really Indians? Like, what's going on? Where's MySpace at in the Matrix? We carried 60 pounds of books in school. We did, man. We sure as hell did. Every year my fucking book bag arm ripped. Every fucking book bag I had fucking ripped, except for that JanSport. But then it got a hole where the hook is, which is the most unusual one to get. That was my dad's JanSport too. That was the most strongest book bag I had compared to those damn books. Damn, I wish I still had that bag. That was a good fucking book bag. Haru says mostly just groups full of older people. What's that look like? Noel says Facebook is overran with AI bitches. What? Shogun says I'm off of Facebook. When you niggas leave IG threads, I'm out too. Bro, that's where I'm at in my life part too. I don't know what life on the internet after 40 look like when you've been on the internet since you was a shorty. It'd be different if you're 40 and you just got the internet. I get it. You got a lot of porn to catch up to, but us, ain't nothing left. Like, I feel like I've seen every YouTube video. I've searched every spiritual inquiry. There's some shit I missed or skipped, I'm sure, but it ain't worth looking for. If there was no community left from the generation that did it best, would I be on the internet? No. Nope. That's the illest thing about it, man. Mr. Now says, I can't even stand the reels anymore. At least 2 weeks ago, it was funny. You know what's funny about it not being funny? Is that it just got funny 2 weeks ago to me. But it's only funny after, like, it only shows me funny shit at nighttime. Like, they got me on a timing drip algorithm. They do all the weird people freaking out, political, dating stuff all fucking day through this time. Around 4, 5, 6 o'clock, it'll get off of politics. And then after 6 o'clock, if I check in, it's like random memes and facts and who died 20 years ago. Like, you know, all that nostalgia shit. And then all of a sudden it takes you into a funny, people trying to be funny lane. It's very weird. I don't like it. You said the woke content got gentrified. It sure did. Mr. Now says, now his algorithm is exclusively meltdowns and people in their bed. Yep, I used to get the funny 3 or the 4 for the day. Anything from dating to passions and niches. Dang, woke content got gentrified. Shit, me. Shit. It is what it is, bro. It's just a long fucking short year, bro. It's almost December, bro. I'm about to be 40 for real, bro. I don't know what the fuck to do. I just pray everything work out, man. Get me some more money. Find a new plan for 2026. And hopefully we're left, right? They don't take the past with us. They don't take all of our memories and our fondest things away from us. Hopefully we can still keep going, shit. The product thereof. God damn. Shit, I'm taking this shit one Arizona at a time this year, boy. They already did too much. My life did too much. It did too much. The world did too much. Spirituality did too much. The president's definitely doing too much. Whoever Bubba is. And now the fucking Gen Z resistant armies are like doing weird shit. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to make it. I am just trying to make it. One damn day at a time, boy. That's enough. I'm grateful for that shit. I'm grateful that I'm alive today. How about that shit? Given the recap summary of things that are out of my control, I am happy to even be here, boy. With my head on my damn shoulders, halfway right. I ain't got all my screws, but I got most of them. I'm doing good for 40 now. I lose all my rings, Sonic. I'm 4 rings short of a super, that's all. I'm 4 rings short of 50, that's all. That's it. Supersonic. You need 50 to jump. But I've never had any other part of my life figured out either. So this ain't nothing new to me. We never know. And since we don't fucking control the flow that way, then I guess it just ain't worth knowing. All you can really do is show up for the day I think the social part of media and the we the people part of politics may have temporarily distorted what the day is. Because when you really, really think about it, when you niche into your own life, I mean, if it really came down to it, you can just get up and fucking go. In real life. In real life. If you ever had to, just keep that in mind. You can just get up and fucking go somewhere else. In real life. You ain't gotta witness all the gory details and watch things fall apart and figure it out even. Why? We're in the social contract, dude. We gotta figure out shit. If it ain't right. Yeah. Well, they say you got too much dip on our chip. That's all. We can't fix this shit. That's the point. We didn't break it. We didn't create it. We can't fix it. So we just kind of have to, I don't know. I don't know what that word is. It's any other day for real. Just way fucking different global variables. But they were way different global variables when we showed up too. If we can go to 10 years before we showed up, we were a different global variable too. So it's the chaos that keeps chaosing. I like it now. You just gotta break away from the consensus algorithm. There is no consensus if it's artificial. There is no consensus if it's human social engineering. There is no consensus if you could pay for it. Thus, you're just left with you. This is the Nickelodeon. Society itself. The internet's just a digital version of it. Fidelity issue. But the whole thing's a goddamn Nickelodeon, Bruce. We literally pay for it. So, I think you just get old enough. I think we just get old enough. Especially us millennials. We're old enough. That was someone else's turn. Fuck it. We gotta figure out how to get more money. Same story. Same story. It don't matter what that currency is. It don't matter if it's digital, physical, paper, or copper, boy. We never knew anything different. We can just read about it. We can find a new fact to agree about. But we're not going to change it because it's already underway. I just hope we get another. I just hope that millennials, they owe us one more good era. That's all. We need another Akira, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Blueprint, whoever else you want to add to it, and PlayStation 1 before it became PlayStation 2. We need one more of those eras. They owe us one. They definitely owe us one. Because since they don't want to give us the nice houses and the high-paying jobs yet, they gotta give us another fucking Toys R Us KB Toy Store run. About something, boy. They making all your consoles, PCs. Wrong story. $70 for something I can pirate? You lost your damn mind. I'll get it on Steam. They play online, don't they? So they running out, man. They better have another one ready for us, man. We didn't even go through our midlife crisis yet. Can you fucking imagine? This is not our midlife crisis. Can you fucking imagine? They shortchanged us on midlife, bro. We ain't supposed to be having a fucking pandemic in our 30s and 40s. The fuck? Bitch. Nah, they owe us one. They running one back. They gotta run this back. We need another Dragon Ball Z or something, boy. For real, we leaving here with something, man. We ain't lose our damn minds up in here. For real, for real. We ain't all crackheads. We ain't fucking degenerates. We ain't reprobate. We ain't burning down buildings. We shouldn't. We trying to stay out of jail. Shit. We want to make more money and work and shit. Nigga, fuck taxes. I need more money, nigga. What the fuck going on? Nope. We're gonna take all your childhood memories. Why? Why, ass niggas? Why they solo leveling us, boy? Millenial says, I guess now you can see it on everyone's face that they're doing that video because they have to. Shit, me too. I lose my damn mind sitting in this damn room, walking around this goddamn 5-mile radius in a life like this. Hell no, this shit whack. I've never been single this old before. It's about living, not projecting and building another abuse empire. Hate to see it. Noel says Facebook so dead it's calling people with only 1,000 followers digital influencers. Shogun says we have to survive it per usual and per capita. 3. The death of Slim Shady was mostly unreleased tracks. I ain't even hear about that. Shout out to Eminem. He's coming up in the airspace a lot. They have to, in sense, getting paid. No, I know what you're saying. You see that people are doing content because they're trying to get paid to do content, so they're not really doing content. They're trying to get paid. I caught you now. But I'm saying the way they have to in their face, the same way I would have to in my face. Like, this ain't no, for me, I can't just go outside and create a new peer or social group here. It's an age problem, right? It's not what it's never in the other human timeline that I've experienced being the younger person around older people. Older people aren't like creating social groups and movements for music and things like that. That's some college shit, right? That's what you do in college. That makes sense. Party planners and promoters. You're partying because you're in college, but you love music and blah, blah, blah. Your friends rap or something. You don't do that at 40. At 40, you're playing golf. You own the studio, but you're barely recording anymore. That's over 40. 50 especially. So I got 10 years until especially. So for me, real life is kind of like, I'll be isolated as I'll ever be in this moment, but I don't even look for the alternative even. I'm really looking at life like at 40, like older. Like what's important to me at 40? What's important to me going 50 or 60 too, right? You got to recalculate how fast time moves since 6 years ago was the pandemic, right? So you're like, oh shit, I got a few of those to go. You don't want to spend your time trying to redefine your character in a society that's just a bunch of walking bots or avatars anyway. Even with the dating thing, right? Like you look at it like that, like, oh, let me try to get into the grace, or what is that called? Grandfathered into the, this much window is open left for the old way of pairing and mating and the outcomes that come from that style, that playthrough, that character build, the way that those relationships work then. You know, you want to get grandfathered into that because that's what you're familiar with. And I don't. That's the scariest turnaround in my human history. I've never experienced that before. I've been a miserable blue pill simp for my whole life, so I'm cool with it. It's the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But now it's like, I can't. I'm too old for it. I'm telling you, I'm Donald Glover and fucking Lethal Weapon, man. I'm too old for this shit, Briggs. Because you got to think about, like, when you're older, there's, you know what I'm saying? There's 40 years behind you, or 30 years behind you, or 20 years behind you. You're kind of like, no, nobody I meet now in my life will know anything about me at 21, 25, 30, 35. Nobody in my life now is going to have a history or a reference point to history, a mutual history with me, life, whatever, if I meet them now. Never. It'll be ground zero. Every relationship from this point forward at this age is ground zero. But it's ground zero building something different. It's no longer a continuation of the plan or the way or the neighborhood or the state even. I'm not even in the same place. Even if I was, I couldn't do it. It's like, because you don't get your class and that's it. You don't get another class of people like filling in later, right? Everyone grows up together. We phase out together. So yeah, most of our generation is phased out already, right? If the women become invisible, the men do too. And we're just talking about socially. We're talking about influence. We're talking about space. We're talking about outside. It's not an attack on women. It's more of an attack on age. But you see it in women first. And because of social media, we see their representatives the most. You don't see too many dudes. Dudes don't have to prepare for anything in that way. For women, is I can see our sisters being a little bit more neurotic about it because A, they didn't expect it to run out. B, these circumstances globally, and C, they're not paying attention across the aisle generationally. Every generation of men do the same thing though. You get to a point, especially if you're not taking care of a family or you're not in a household like that, a family unit, you just work. You exist. You have fun somehow. A lot of brothers end up in bars and drinking beers and hunting and hanging out, being rascals in their 50s. I've hung out with them. I've seen them when I was in my early 20s. So I already seen it. I seen what Dominic did. I see what they all tried to do. I saw the ones who couldn't do it. I saw the ones, if even they tried to do a family thing, they couldn't fucking do it. And that's closer to 60. So like, we really got like 10 to 15 good years before I start telling you about those stories. So like, you don't have time to be disillusioned with yourself as a boy. It's not about getting lucky and having a lot of money and be like, oh, anybody. Oh, you can just, it's a girl any age, you can start a family with her. Nah, family. No, you can't. What the fuck are people talking about? But that's crazy. That's the backup plan. Like, you grind hard enough to get enough money, and then basically what they're saying is a woman will be willing to allow you to purchase her for you to have a legacy, if you will. At the last minute, right? Like in the fourth quarter of the game. Like, hey, guys, you're lucky. Backup plan. You can get a younger woman to start a family. Nah, that's not how that story go. You don't start a family together. You become a father to her. You got to take care of everything she got going on, and then she got to take care of the kids. And yeah, I guess if you read the Bible like that, that's not how the Bible was read like that. Sarah and Abraham were friends forever. They didn't have a kid until they were old. Hagar was a new bitch. Not Sarah. Sarah was day one. You know what I'm saying? You can't make a family out of, like, we're not colonized. Maybe that was a colonizer thing that passed down genetically to people. Yeah, only colonizers can do that. You go somewhere totally different when you got enough money and you kind of like retire, and then you get your nice little 21-year-old Taiwan girl or something, like the old white dudes be talking about. Passport bros in that degree? Yeah, but they're buying a wife from another island. You know what I'm saying? It's a marriage bond. It's an investment. Literally, like, I don't sugarcoat the shit. I ain't gonna go out there and just be hanging out with some bitch for the next 5 years, just chilling, building, communing, living life, sharing playlists, running errands, drinking coffee and shit, like really enjoying each other's company. Nah, when you that old talking about doing like that, you mean business. Like, you gotta meet her parents, see if she's a good person. Hey, you wanna come back to America, get married, invest in the house, indoctrinate and culturalize her, have a kid, post pictures on Facebook, and pray to God for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years of your life left, she don't switch up in 7 years. Fuck out my face. We talk about generational talent too on top of this. We already know this generation is cooked. So me getting older for older version of the cooked generation is not going to even out that playthrough. Because we ignore variables, man. We are terrible. But yeah. Yeah, when you get this old at this time, you see the variables? That's what the problem is. It's not being single or all that shit. No. It's the condition of the society that's left. There's not much left for us. Nah. We're running out of everything, boss. That's the only scary thing about it. How fast we're running out of those connections to things that were important or valuable or interesting to us. Where everything's kind of turning gray. Like the McDonald's and everything. Like, everything's turning gray real fast. Like a midification of mid coming, right? The same thing goes with your society too, man. Just like hip hop or rap got played out, being outside to get played out. Dating is played out. right? Ask a dude. It ain't even how much it costs, although it costs too damn much to do anything. But if you're gonna cost anything, you know, you don't mind costing a date. But the date itself, whether it's free or not, it's played out, ain't it? That shit played out. She already went to that restaurant. She already took a picture of that bowl. You already had these 5 questions before. You already know how this shit gonna go. And in 6 weeks' time, she might ghost you. Right? Mind you, you're doing that as an adult. That's something you hear about in high school. You got adults playing high school games at our age. Don't forget that shit. We not all at Mar-a-Lago, nigga. It's the grown-ass girls that be acting up at our age. Tell me I'm lying. Someone tell me I'm fucking lying. I wasn't dating 21, 23-year-olds. Shit. Nah. That's a generational talent problem. Just like rap and hip-hop music. It's a generational talent problem. That's all. Ain't nothing to look forward to if that's the case, man. I lived in too many states. And now today, all the states are saying the same thing. It's a global variable. There's gray everywhere. You know what's crazier? It's gray in the lowest age group that's doing it. The young brothers don't want to do it. You know what that means? They're not. You know what that means? There's a whole generation of girls coming up who are not going to have any of those experiences either, right? Like, because the guys aren't doing those things. They don't have no references. It's all internet-based, right? So they don't have the real life inputs and outputs that you would have had as a millennial dude, period. Whether it was your TV shows, movies, or your little girlfriends in high school, whatever. You meet a girl younger than you these days, she wouldn't know what to do with you. Even if you weren't wearing Air Force Ones, right? If you weren't wearing the dad shoes, because now those are dad shoes of 40-year-olds, what the fuck would you couldn't refer to any of the movies you grew up on. We're just talking about off the cusp humor and colloquialism. She ain't gonna know what none of those are. And the version she know of it is gonna be the remix, mainstream, corny version of it. Music, forget about it. Food even. I don't know if too many brothers our age like Takis that much. We don't like hot Takis that much, especially not the blue ones, right? We're not doing the canola oil and that lime taste. That's not our palates. We had our taste buds before COVID, right? So you ain't got that. Not the same video games, not the same outdoor activities. Can you fucking imagine? In Crocs and pajama pants? No. So none of the reason why you would do an outdoor activity 20 years ago, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. Nigga, listen to me. Listen to me. If you're a single millennial man, sorry guys, we're not even Marines, bro. We're like fucking Coast Guards now. Listen. If you've ever been to a beach before, listen to me. Listen to me. If you've ever been on a road trip, hold on, listen to me. If you ever spent the weekend with family and friends, like from real life, like we're not talking about girls trips, we're not talking about doing it for the gram. We're talking about just like, you know how shit go in real life. You know, all those stories you encounter, like packing up, preparing, not being prepared, all the road trips, stopping at the gas station, getting snacks. That's part of it, right? You always get fucking snacks. It's the bad idea because you got to go to the bathroom again, but you'll hold it. Like all of those interactions, and then you get into the fucking place and you're being surprised when you get there. Oh shit, they like niggas here. And you go in there and like, oh, they like niggas there. We should order some food. And like you go through all that just to see a beach, a mountain, or a play or two, whatever. Just give yourself 2 nights, right? Just planning that whole way of life that was normal for a time. That cannot fucking exist right now. Nobody younger than us, you understand everything? Like they couldn't, bro. Like, especially if they're raised by us. And those type of people who didn't get to do that because they're raising kids. Imagine. So like their parents will be our age or 10 years older, right? So up to 50, basically. I'll give it a 50. So if they have parents, most of these younger people do. I'm talking about, you even talking about a girl that's 25, right? She have a mama that's 45. I mean, she had her at 20, right? Right. So like a girl 5 years older than me could have a child that's 25 right now on Tinder, right? Understand everything. So like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I know they mamas already. I already know they mamas, for real. And if their mother Gen X, oh my God, do I know her? I was outside since I was like 5 or 3, bro. Like, I know them very well. They're my babysitters. So my babysitter's kids or the girls I went to high school with kids. That's what they telling me? That's what's hot in these streets? Nigga, the girls my age wasn't hot in these streets when it came to these degrees. That's the fucking problem right now. That's why niggas still be single. They don't know how to act. So thus, how do you create any of those moments? And you know what's crazy? That might sound like a minor thing, but what the fuck you think I'm gonna teach my kids? We can't even teach our kids the same thing. You understand? Like my way of doing things and traveling and what we expect and what's fun and what's not, where to eat and how to do it, how to budget, how to swing, all that shit. How to skip rocks at the pond one day. Gotta do it, man. We're Indian. Like, no girl younger than me gonna know any of that. Especially since the last 20 years has been the fucking internet. They're gonna teach them how to scam and hustle and do avatars and do pronoun bios. Like, they ain't gonna teach you how to do nothing outside, kid. They won't be able to fix that bicycle tire, kid. What bike? They gonna teach my kid how to ride a bike? When the last time they rode a bike, kid? My kid gonna learn how to ride a fucking bike, man. That builds character, dude. You gotta learn how to ride a bike, maybe skateboard a little bit. I ain't gonna force them to skateboard, but I did. And they gonna learn how to swim real quick, real fucking quick. And these are girls who always posting pictures in the gym, but they never in a goddamn pool. Now imagine. They want to drive the kids to school. Nah, they gotta walk. This is character building. If it's a boy, it's definitely walking. What? They got cell phones. They'll be all right. I didn't have a fucking phone nearby, and I survived. So I know they'll be all right. You feel me? You can't even agree on that. That'd be so dangerous. You're putting a fucking Apple AirTag on their damn fucking book bag. I think it'll be fine. My parents didn't have GPS yet. We didn't even have fucking car quest yet. The apps and shit. The map quest shit. The fuck? See? It'll be hell no matter what, is what I'm saying. When they drop these little operating system paradigm updates and generational colloquialisms, and they stop publishing movies and TV shows and people not paying attention because it's decentralized because of the internet, like when you remove all of those cultures and traditions, man, you know what I'm saying? They talk about it arbitrarily, like men and women, like they're equal amongst each other. They're not. Men and men aren't equal to each other. Women and women are not equal to each other. So it's not a men and women problem, nigga. It's generational talent, man. The generational values are being lost and replaced and digitized and tokenized and cryptoed. Nigga, what the fuck is this crypto romance? Ain't nothing but crypto romance left. It's so crypto that all you talk about in these situations is how much it costs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Every request, every problem is about how much something third party costs. And they call that a relationship? Nigga, that's a banking instrument. The fuck, nigga, they ain't got nothing to do with romance. Whether you love them, you're gonna be a great parent, you be best friend, none of that shit. Those don't even come up in the topic. Like, damn, you never hear motherfucker talking about they looking for romance and starting a family, but not one motherfucking interview talking about love yet. Marriage is a business, nigga. Stop reading fucking Facebook quotes and go outside then. Ain't no fucking businesses with your fucking enemies, nigga. You're marrying your fucking enemies, goofy. Ain't no fucking business if you're surrounded by enemies, goofy. So if she ain't your fucking friend, she ain't your wife, stupid. You feel me? Like, you gotta deal with women who are okay with being, what's that shit called? Limited contact. Limited contact relationships for mutual survival and benefits of one-sided raised legacy. Fuck you. Not no person in particular. I'm just saying that whole model of reality that they have them walking through. Nah, fuck that. Fuck you. No one want to do that goofy shit. Nobody want to fix it. Nobody want to raise it. No one want to change it. Why the fuck will we do that shit, nigga? At our big age. Look at all they left for us. You feel me? So, like, we got to get to that point where it's like, shit, tough. It can't be about nothing. It was never about us. We're always spending extra energy just trying to keep up, man. It makes no sense. There's no positive, immediate, I should say. There's no, when you look at it in general, there's no immediate benefit to the generalization of what's going to happen to us as people. Especially if you bet with the old rules. That's not saying there's not no cool women out there or girls out there. I'm just, listen, nigga, we do what logic out here. Being single at 40, trust me. Spare me the gory details of all the other outcomes I'll never experience, right? But even if niggas get lucky still, right? On Jupiter. You feel me? That's his own thing at that point. It's not a playthrough. It's not a lifestyle. It's not why you moved to New York City and you get into the nightlife. None of those stories is what's happening. Thus, then it kind of puts you in a fucked up energy, which is what the sisters are going through, where they realize they have to date seriously. And I was like, in opposition to what, bitch? But you understand everything? But the seriousness of the fact that the outcome matters. All of a sudden, the outcome matters. So they play the beginning different. They're trying to hedge their bet to the outcome rather than building the outcome, right? We get it. They're trying to cheat. I get it. But even in that, like, so now you got to deal with the fact that that group interfaces to hedge their bets to win something. So, AKA, you don't have to get past the manipulative part that's built into survival mode. And then act like you don't know that. Then if you're smarter and you're older and you've been through it all, then you have to, like, for you to be happy, the man, you have to pretend like these are not the variables causing this behavior. Because you like them, right? And you ain't got a whole bunch of pics out here at this age, right? On mRNA, you don't. So you understand? So that's a whole new thing that you have to stomach that, right? Because you realize as a man eventually, logically, like, it's not really their fault. Like, that's just the program. That's what it is. They're women, blah, blah. Cool fucking story, Bruce. That was always the fucking synopsis. But these are the variables now. We didn't come up with that program. They obviously didn't get a chance to DEII. So, you know, you gotta work with it now. Now you gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna bump heads against fucking MK Ultra rounds. Like, my MK Ultra told me this was my MK Ultra back in the 90s. So, like, I ain't know I got time. On crypto markets, we ain't got time. You know what I'm talking about? On the Mexican Revolution Part 2, we ain't got time. To, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? To undo all this Bill Gates shit in our own families, communities, relationships. Like, we went through this life thinking this shit was natural and organic and, you know, it's just human. Nah, nigga. They put a whole bunch of salt in our game, bro. They put salt in our blood. They put salt in our roads, man. They put salt in the game. They put salt in the money. They put salt in the gold. On tungsten, they did. They made this a very salty fucking place, man. And you know what I'm saying? Your faith and keeping your head up and not letting it compromise your soul or integrity is hard enough. Hard the fuck enough. But even if, you feel me? You one of God's favorites in this bitch. Strongest soldiers. Hi, stand up. You know what I'm saying? Even if everybody else ain't got that charter. Too. That's going to be the hardest thing right there. Because we don't come from a spiritual 20-year society. Nothing that we have made popular or normalized or profited off of has followed a standard of anything that's, dare I say, Christ-like, let alone righteous, let alone based on merit and integrity and discipline. Like, it's anti all of that, right? It seems that way. We just look at the kids, right? It seems very unserious, right? And maybe that's just what it is. Maybe millennial men, what we have to do is just let go of being serious, right? Because if we play this game serious like we've been playing, man, and it keeps doing this, then after a while, man, you're like, all right, what fucking gives? But I don't think, though, this world is ready for us, because I really think it's going to boil down to us, man. I'm biased. But if millennial men start looking at life and roles and responsibilities as an unserious endeavor because of everyone else, oh man, it's up and it's stuck. Because that's like them giving us permission to stay out when the street lights come on. I don't think they want unserious us, who don't respect nothing and no one, Like, and I'm not talking about becoming an evil or bad person, but like, we're the ones holding the damn door on this shit. We're the ones questioning the past and the future at the same time in this bitch. We're the ones that grew up through this shit. We're the ones who laid down the fucking foundation for whatever the fuck this is and watch the whole shit get ruined. We know. Now imagine when we stop giving a fuck. Right. So, we kind of teeter-tottering on that fucking timeline right there, man. I'm not looking forward to it. I like giving a fuck. I like knowing that we can do better. I like watching things grow and sound better, you know? That's been my job. I like progress. I like the new things. I like novelty too, man. I like when someone else does a cool thing, like, you know? But nothing about these people out here, bro. Nothing about these videos I seen on these reels and these girls. And nothing about these girls I see on these sites in Vegas make me want to lose the one I'm with, start a new relationship with Jews. This what you? Nah, none of that. I don't. None of them songs play off in my head. You feel me? You feel me? Like, it ain't about nothing. Everybody seen this picture. All 932 likes. Like, cool. What are we saving for the honeymoon? Oh, your mustache. All right. Nah, no, who living and dying for that? You going to war with Mexico cartels and China for these bitches? No disrespect. I'm just saying. But if you would ask me 30 years ago. So, we live in that. We live in that, bro. Right now. This is what you do. That's crazy. TBFE3, traveling across the country by myself at 11. Come on now, talk to him. Seven Sound says the cell phone for children never made sense to me. If she foreign, she got to tell you about her culture. Yeah, we ain't got time for that. She don't even know her culture. I'm like, all right, on King James, what culture? What kingdom was it in 1799? TFV says 3 taste buds. Come on now. List of the bands and profile already very little info talking about making it difficult to assess who you're talking to. Seven Sound says. That is the Twilight Zone version. Tinder and Bumble accelerated that with social media. They did. And it's normal now. So it's what's hot in these streets. And that's why the streets ain't hot. It's late night talk show tone and 40-second infomercial feeds. Live streams fit that tone more. The reels are built for a completely different type of sector. Word to Murtaugh. The new version of that is don't hate the player, hate the playlist. Old white dudes looking for lady boys. Yo, Noel. I was trying to say women. That's a whole nother dimension, boy. Y'all stop playing with me, man. Make sure y'all like this video. We got 38 nosy ass people with 22 likes. Who are these 16s? Who are these 14s? What y'all waiting for? Y'all waiting for mRNA to steal your thumb tendons? Like, comment, subscribe. Money sign, MG Future, Cash App, man. Come on, send a black and mild to a Jew, bro. The real ones. But nobody want to live life in their 40s with this shit, boy. I wouldn't want to, Shogun, y'all, I wouldn't want to live in this reality in my 20s. I wouldn't want to be Gen Z either. Like, knowing our playthroughs, like, we had Resident Evil 2 and shit. Like, knowing what we had and the pacing and the release of everything was so perfect, bro. Like, right now, it would be the most exciting time in human history. Like, for like 30 years in a row, right? Because you had your Black Friday coming up, which would give you access to certain technology, whether it's a new TV or a hard drive. You'd have all the media spun up around the theme things, even the Christmas, the yearly Christmas specials, and Tyler Perry's involved somehow. Like, even that sets the tone. And you go further back than that, Home Alone, like, you know what I'm saying? You might go to a fucking Chinese buffet diner for some reason because you saw that movie. And then you got Thanksgiving itself, like when food was bad for you, but somehow we were more healthy. Like, oh my God. Yeah, listen, I could skip ham every day of the year, but on fucking Thanksgiving, I'm eating fucking ham, bitch. Fuck out my face. You ain't Leviticus. You in the tribe of Levi now? All of a sudden you Israeli. You're a Jew now. All right, then. Fuck out my face. Where the bacon and the ham at? Honey baked ham. All right. You got all that to look forward to. And if you look forward to it enough and you're really in a good energy and social group at that time, you might go to 2 or 3 of those motherfuckers. You might come home with 2 or 3 plates from them bitches. And you're like, I don't know whose macaroni and cheese I like better, bitch. I don't know the last time I could say that shit. But I used to be able to say that shit. And then right into my birthday, right there in December. Hello now. And then right after that, right into Christmas. Hello, New Year's Eve again on the playlist. Hello, Oopum Gundam style, nigga. Like, nah. this shit feel like fucking February or March or something. Like fucking Saturdays be feeling like Sunday. You feel me? Like, nah. What the earth, the grid, and the radiation changing on us too. Nah, son. CERN doing too much. HARP did too much. Y'all made this shit gray as fuck, boy. And then want us to do it again. They're not even talking to us like that. You know, that's the craziest thing about the social media tone or the mainstream media news tone. They're not even they're not giving Americans call to action nudges, or they're not guilt tripping you or gaslighting you into doing something. It's all about Trump. That'll happen. But it's all about the top of the ladder, and everything else is like statistics, like 50% of this or 30% of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, they're not actually talking to citizens. They're talking to the markets. They're talking to the investors. They're not talking to people no more. And the problem with that is you're not going to have historical record of how the society shifted. That shit's evil. Being Gen Z is going into a pandemic straight out of high school, of graduating through Zoom. Yes. And that's the tone of their life too. That's not like even personal. Even if a Gen Z person didn't have that experience, that's the consensus of it. It moves like that. It feels like that too. It feels like Black Mirror. Like the version of reality that Gen Z has to move through is completely digital version of things, values, digital values that don't translate to outside. And then you ask them to be outside, if you will, to figure out outside problems, but there is no outside. Then they come back to the digital, and there's an age group, algorithm is doing it. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's goofy as hell. It's goofy ass. Tech bros are goofy. Hold on real quick. Hold on, one more game. It's a fake calm. I'm not calm. I seem calm.
Still, you have control of your emotions.
It's dangerous if we don't.
That's why I'm here.
See?
I'm trying to learn how to do this because, as you saw, my husband creeps his way back in, and I'm like paralyzed. And I know for a fact we don't need to be together because he just keeps doing the same shit, and I keep falling for the same sucker.
That's because that's what you want.
It's not really, but I don't know how to get out of the loop. I've looped myself in it for so long that it's like I'm trying to break free. And 10 years is a long time to have a lot of narcissistic kind of shit going on.
It's because you're addicted to it.
Probably.
You know how like gambling addictions are, right?
Oh yeah.
They're not addicted
I'm
to
addicted
winning.
to the abuse.
They're addicted to the abuse.
That part is rude, but it's true.
So,
I am.
But you can't say you don't want it and then say you are addicted, because now you have a different problem. You're not judging if it's bad or good.
No.
Now your problem is your addiction to it.
Right. But why would I want to be addicted to something like that?
It's not a why question, right? It's not why. Why you're asking me why is addiction bad?
No, it's not. Addiction's bad, but why am I addicted to that?
It's addiction.
Addiction is addiction.
The addiction is the problem because you're questioning why. Why would you question something bad? So it's not the thing, it's not the person, it's not the bad, it's the addiction saying that. The addiction is, I'm addicted to something bad. My problem is the something bad? The problem is the person, or is the problem the addiction?
The problem is the addiction.
The problem is the addiction. So as long as you're questioning the subject, the matter, the thing, you're questioning everything but your addiction. Your addiction and everyone else's types of addiction is what's kicking your asses. It's not the thing.
Wow, that's deep.
You're addicted to the addiction. So that's why you can't prepare to get out of it, because your body, your chemicals is going to sabotage you. Because addiction is not an idea, it's chemical. So you'll always get those nervous system impulses. You always get those ideas at a certain time of day. You'll always see that person, like you said, normalizes the feelings.
Chemistry. You can.
You have to want, but we're not changing that. You understand, we find ourselves in fucked up positions because we're addicted to something crazy, sad, or mad, right? And the only time it stops is when it fucking stops. Like when you just can't go there no more. That person's dead, someone's in prison, or you ran away, right? Those are the only 3 ways you get out. You notice in all those 3 ways you get out, it's completely cut off.
Right.
That's addiction. Addiction, you cannot figure it out. You cannot replace the variables. You cut it off. And until you're strong enough, of the mind enough, or whatever it is, whatever that thing is going to push you off the cliff, until you cut it off, you can't say it's them.
It isn't.
It's never them. You're the one that's dealing with the addiction to them.
Wow.
They're not dealing with an addiction to you.
Right. Oh man, I needed to see you today. That's why I never fell up the hill.
Come on now.
Ooh, thank you. Oh my God.
Same story. Every dimension. So, yeah, man. Even them, right? Even the older people, they seem to forget what words mean. It's okay though. Everybody ain't supposed to know everything. I get it. But I'm just tired of hearing the same things for the same reason. That man ain't that damn problem. He's just a damn man. You're addicted to dysfunction. And that's okay. I like to do hood rat things with my friends. You saw the damn episode. Why, Milton? Because it's fun. He smokes with cigarettes. Versus who else he gonna hang out with? They act like Milton can just get a mentor tomorrow. Like Milton just has another person his age who's just like really kicking ass in the projects. Like, come on now. We out here doing hood rat shit with our friends, boy. You know why? Because those friends that they gotta worry about justify everything else that they do. Why am I addicted to the person who's going to let me get away with all the fuck shit that I be on? At the very least, that person cannot judge me because they're worse off than I am. And they never bring these things up. That my mom did, that my brother did, that my sister did, that my father did or didn't. At the very least, I feel free because this decision was a monkey branch of another bad decision of grief. This person made me feel better to be me because they need me. Obviously, I'm the one that got together compared to them. And anytime they break my heart, they'll know I'll be there, but you know, that's temporary. Meanwhile, while they're out there doing things temporary, what am I really doing? They never seem to mention that. What am I really doing in the meantime? Part 2. Like, they always leave that part of the story out. Women are so cute and clamorous. The shit they don't say in front of cameras. Yeah, I know. But yeah, sure. He's abusive. Maybe he beating your ass because you cheating. What about that? Now listen, don't ask the beast and the fucking warriors if they condone any violence here. But if we're in a world where that condone violence here, you know, trying to go to war with Venezuela, if you're in a world that condones violence for any reason, I'm pretty sure if you have a person with some bad personality traits and very poor on the leadership skills, that they ain't the type of nigga you want to fuck around and cheat on. I can guarantee it. If the nigga ain't got a problem smacking you, then you need to make it a problem to make sure you ain't creeping on him. Because even if he don't know who, he want to take it out on you. Spirit drama. These bitches play too much. They leave that part out. The part when they're swinging. They leave that part out. The part when they stripping. They leave that part out. When they linking up with the plug to get the drugs. They leave that part out. But the guy, the leader, the husband, the man, the father, he wasn't there. He was pursuing his addictions. Meanwhile, mom is home, doesn't have to go to work. What's she doing? She cleaned the kitchen? What's she doing? She took care of the kids with that air microwave. She took care of the kids that day. Then why is so much money missing? Like, they don't tell that part of the story. Well, they'll justify it. That's why they don't tell it, because they justify bad behaviors in their own story. Like, yeah, I did take that money that he put there on the dresser for some other reason, and I found it wise to spend some things to get things for their kids, but I never included the part where I spent $200 for myself. And then when he asked me what the hell, well, then how come dinner ain't cooked, since that's what you did? Because you spent too much hours getting shit for yourself, and niggas ain't really stupid. Come on now. I don't want to be a translator for these niggas, but I'm just telling you, I can understand it. I've seen too much of it. That shit be sounding mad one-sided until you see the other side of it. Like, nah, y'all belong together. That's all it is. Y'all soulmates. Y'all the same nigga for real. The difference is, it's not acceptable for a man to be like that. You're only a victim if you're a woman like that. That's different. If a woman act like that, she a victim. If a man act like that, he a terrorist. All right, whatever. We just making shit up as we go. So yeah, obviously, that's what the problems are. It's the man's fault that the woman can't take accountability for being an addict to fucking addicts. It's the man's fault that she can't just keep her coochie together. It's the man's fault she can't just say no, but she say no to everyone else. Cut it out. Cut it the fuck out. They love these dysfunctional ass niggas because it makes them feel like women. It makes them feel needed. It makes them feel like mothers. It makes them feel like they're important. They love that pandering and, oh my God, honey, you're so beautiful. And if it wasn't for you, I apologize. I didn't mean to knock you upside your head, but you know how I get crazy sometimes. My father wasn't there. I know the story. Damn. I don't even date these niggas. I get it. Like, that's the loadout for every other nigga too. So cut it out. Cut it out. We all wish our father was a little bit more there too, nigga. Cut it out. Shit, I wish my mom was there too, nigga. Like, cut it out. Who got that script? What am I supposed to act like? What am I supposed to act like? I ain't got my mom or my fucking dad. What's my excuse gonna be this time? Be going through some real reprobate shit, but want to curate it like it's a fucking movie. This ain't no fucking script, nigga. This is law of correspondence, consequence, karma. It's all the same story. It just is what the fuck it is, man. And people do way more damage pretending like they ought to be, could have been, should have been something different than human. Niggas, if this is what's common, then this is what's human. There's no reason why this shit to always glide to the bottom, no matter who fucking story or age or color they are. That just means that's baseline humanity. And as long as we can accept that and not judge that and pivot and pretend like that doesn't exist at the basement, we can start fixing shit. But as long as we gotta pretend like everything's perfect according to a narrative that don't exist since the 90s or a post you haven't seen on Facebook since 2015, this shit ain't gonna go nowhere. Because everybody got a fucking paragraph, tweet, or narrative about why they shit fucked up and why it ain't getting better. Like, that's what we came to do. Like, find new reasons to codify the excuse. Right? Every dimension. Thus, that seems to be natural as humans do. Humans have to pivot off of their flaw or their danger, risk, adrenaline, whatever that trigger is. They have to Fortnite and panic build a structure on top of it. Everybody does, to some dimension or another. Ain't no problem with it. As long as you know that's human. And not to get confused that part of it with it could be or should be something different. No, it's not. It's always going to be like that with humans. Yeah, it's a winner chicken dinner ass life. You die by yourself too. So obviously a human. Obviously human. It's so obviously human to be like that. It's obviously human to have a bunch of addictions. It's obviously human. Look at our fucking society. Curated by drug addicts. Obviously human, right? Like, it's obvious human that this shit don't add up. It's obviously human. Why do you think my humans believe in God for? You know why we believe in God more? Because all this shit is obviously human. There's gotta be a God here. I know humans ain't do this shit. I know humans ain't make humans. I know humans ain't teach humans shit about human shit. Humans are still fucking not cool enough to admit they're human. They still hiding their flaws behind a fucking mirror just to be more famous or important or get more money, right? Just to survive better, I guess. And while they're surviving better with all that money, they're doing more drugs and hurting more people. Very fucking human of these niggas. that their insecurity turns into abusing other people. I love these humans. They finally get their shit together and they start ruining everyone else's. Don't forget how many people are dead behind Hillary, nigga. Like, only human. All of Hillary's sneaky links are bodies, nigga. You don't know her body count, nigga. It might frighten you, right? Like, that's at the top of your political ladder. Missing lovers and shit. It's like cheating comes standard with these humans, right? Yeah, that's what they saying. I'm only human. I don't want to try to be a decent person because no one else is. Nah, but we're all equal. Shut up. Shut the front door. You're a human ass. Like, cap is not sold separately with these humans, bro. They almost have to cap to be human. Because they just cannot accept the fact that they have no idea what the fuck is going on being a human for the first time in their human fucking history. Can you imagine? It's such a humbling experience being new here, right? Like, niggas be afraid of being judged for being human by other humans. Crazy fucking work. Spare me the gory details. I don't have to feel sorry for you to know you're human. Spare me the gory details. You're around here shifting and shopping and looking around, trying to find out where the drug's at. But I know he's the problem, man. He's definitely the problem. He got you out here trying to figure out how to find the drugs real fast before he let you back in the house. I know the problem. But when he let you back in that house, are you doing the drugs too? Yes. But he's the problem. It don't sound like y'all got a problem. It sound like y'all got a drug problem. If you got a drug problem, it sound like you got a money problem. So obviously the problem ain't him. He's supposed to be providing and protecting, even the drugs too, huh? If these girls are ever honest with us. I know a fake-ass lifestyle comes with drugs. I know they on drugs, thinking they Disney princesses. Y'all be forgetting, these young girls be on Percocets, nigga. That's the drugs talking. They ain't women. That's how I was able to talk to that woman. I know the story already. I ain't got to be around it. I grew up around it. It don't change. They ain't that much different between humans. Just tell me there's drugs in the dancery. All right. I know where this is going. Everyone's going to pretend to be something else. Everyone's a fucking victim. Nothing's going on. Everyone's nice and sweet and awesome and amazing and glory be to God. You swear this was a Sunday church outside. Just to run and hide. To do drugs. Real life, man. I don't think college is the problem. If drugs is in the dancery. I don't think college or education is the problem if it's opiates and narcotics and Klonopin and everything else in between us. You one bad firing or health insurance policy loss away from heroin, meth, crystal, ether, crack, and everything in between us. Oh, it ain't college unless you do a little bit of cocaine. I heard you, Molly, E, and everybody else in between us. It was just one party, it was one night, and that's just one hole in your goddamn brain. The fuck? We only human. It's only a brain, I mean. It's only one brain that ain't supposed to have that shit in it. I mean, shit. At least you ain't do it every day. I know. You're only human. You're not everyday human. You're just kind of human. I get it now, human. Yeah, but like our whole society has like pandered to like justifying bullshit because of the goddamn internet, boy. These are soap operas. These are soap operas, so they're narratives, right? That is the way you tell your story. Templates. Same traumas, though, everyone has, but they filter it that way because of the outcomes. And I get it now. I've heard so many outcomes across 5 generations, I know. But what doesn't change is the goddamn drugs. What doesn't change is the goddamn alcohol. What doesn't change is the goddamn high risk behavior. That doesn't change no matter what color, what age, what time it is, what year it is. None of that changes. It's always the same fucking shit. It's the minimum requirements to be addicted to drugs. Trauma. The drugs are not the problem. The addiction is. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Thank God everyone pretends like they never been addicted to nothing. They would have noticed the signs sooner, I guess. Yeah, it's addiction. Our society has an addiction problem. Doom scrolling, addicted to the timeline. Right? It's all addictions. Phone's an addiction. Internet's an addiction. Addiction. It's all addictions. Managed, controlled addictions. Like, how can you manage your addiction and afford your addiction without crapping out? Welcome to the United States. That's it. They so subversive with addiction, they call it pain management. Trauma, addiction. So if addiction farming is called pain management, ain't that so rosy and daisy? Like, can you imagine the fucking stationery that comes with that fucking visit? Oh, welcome to pain management. Would you like some methadone? What? Why don't you just say these are the niggas addicted to opiates? Because they white? Damn, we addicted to being racist. We so racist, we won't tell the goddamn truth about what the fuck going on with all these goddamn addicts. They're addicted to the drama, fellas. I hope y'all know that. Some of the shorties you met in the last 6 years are just addicted to losers. That's why you lost her. You're not a loser enough for her to walk all over. So she want to choose another loser. That's addiction problem. There ain't no fucking healing journey for that shit. Shorty addicted to a loser, kid. That's what her feelings tell her. Yeah, man. It's a cold game out here. Don't tell the sisters that's what it is yet. Let them figure it out, man. They don't like you giving them the answers to shit. Because it makes sense. It's a great answer. Oh, yeah, and I needed to hear that, and they still won't do it. You already know the story part two. But that's what the problem be like. Like, damn, what's wrong with me? What happened? Why they ghost me? You ain't loser. Losers do different things. They know what they're dealing with. They know when they're dealing with a loser. They might misread you at first. But as soon as you start seeing like you stand up for yourself and you got some couth, rules, and decorum, all of a sudden you're the bad guy. And they're looking for that. They want you to show up as the bad guy too. They want you to stand on business. And then once you realize, or when she realizes, when you stand on business, it's because you're serious and not because you're a loser. That you're not afraid to lose her. Then they run away. But they got all that energy about every other topic, every other podcast, every other post on Facebook. They got all that energy to tell it how it is until they come face to face with someone who's serious. Meanwhile, they talking about that's what they've been praying to God for. Cut it out. You're addicted to losers, just like I'm addicted to fake tangerine skies. Where that orange coming from? Nobody know. That shit crazy. We don't know where that orange come from. Girl Gospel said 3. Harusa 3. Addicts. Kiroshin Gems. TFP Shogun L. Mr. Now. It's so Black Friday has turned into a Black Week. They said Black Friday about to have a Black Week. That's crazy. Then they start posting, don't do what doesn't serve you. They still be doing it. No, we can't do that no more, buddy. But yeah, you got a lot to look forward to when you turn 40, man. Start reminiscing on the old illusions. It's only human. At the end of the day, all you had to be was human. Come on, CJ. All you had to do was be human, CJ. Instead, they got you jumping on a train like it's a lethal weapon. I know that's right. They try to make being human a fucking action adventure. Ain't nothing active or adventurous about this shit being manipulated by a bunch of losers. Ain't nothing cool about that. Talking about you got an empire, but you ain't got no goddamn soldiers. Fuck out my face. Where is Prince Arthur? Where are these niggas? Where them niggas at? Where are your men? Where are the men that they're modeling this after? This patriarchy. Who are their patriarchs? Don't tell me Trump. Look, I'll tell you one thing about Bubba, whoever he is, he outstacking the president. So there's that. That's a weird fucking flex. Yeah, yo, the president sucked my dick, bro. Fuck you. Like, what can you say to that? The most powerful position of the free world in the world, the top country, the top military, its chief commander is blowing Bubba. Like, once you hit that peak level of office humor, you're done. You're just down to humans. No heroes, no warriors, no knights. Just niggas sucking dick again, they dick suck. Playing golf and shit when the world's on fire. Yep. Damn, that is right. To be a president, you have to be a human. These human ass positions, ass niggas. Yep. Now we gotta go forward and pay rent tomorrow. With that as a backdrop, nah. Have fun, guys. Have fun. Have fun living in that illusion, boy. Where do we land, bro? Shogun, where we supposed to land at, bro? Shogun got lucky. He got kids to worry about. He's got to make sure they good, man. I don't got nobody to worry about. I'm cooked. Trump's granddaughter came in last at her PGA debut. Oh, she didn't start it. A humbling experience. They got us effed up. Gorilla Gospel. Yo. Julius Caesar sucking dick. Like, what? Yo, Pharaoh Akhenaten sucking dick. Like, who? Like, that matters. Bubba. From Forrest Gump. No, Bill Clinton. No, it's her horse. No, it's neither one of them. Yo, you gotta change that Midjourney prompt 3 times before you get the right picture. Cooked. The fact that we got options for this shit is the problem, nigga. It don't matter who that nigga is. Why is there a picture of Trump sucking dick, boy? We out of here. We are done. Yo, that put Home Alone, that's 1992. Just put that shit in a nice little bun. We cooked, boy. They ain't saved nothing for us, boy. No MTV. No patriarchy. Nothing. Just vibes. And overpriced streaming cinema. Shit, I might finish the day watching Pluto TV, nigga. Go back to the Star Trek or something, nigga. I don't like it here. I don't like life right now. I love being alive, though. I love being a person. I don't like life. I don't know. I don't like the way life is going. for life itself, for my life, for their life, our lives. Like, I don't like it. I never not liked life. Like, my life's been hard, and I always was able to, like, I don't like my life, right? I don't like these variables. I'm gonna just persevere. I'm gonna get to the other side of my local variables, and life ought to feel better. You know what I'm saying? You see how it goes. It does sometimes. I didn't always have a bad time, but now I don't like life. Like, it ain't my local variables. My local variables is tertiary to life. I don't like life's variables. Niggas gotta figure out how to die? Nah, that's evil. Now with all these damn pink ribbons in this damn sky. Out of nowhere. It's gonna stay at the YMCA. Don't do him like that. Don't do him. It's good for the community, man. It's good for humanity, man. Your commander-in-chief, closeted gay guy. Come on, man. Barack Obama right there, man, but we skip him. We'll skip the first black one, but we got our first first white gay person? I don't know how it worked. We skipped over a few presidents, but we'll let him have it. Because if Bill Clinton was on that list, then he ain't the first, is he? Anyway, so shit, Biden was on the Epstein list. They forget that part. Every recent president was. Mossad ain't missed nobody. That's the point. That is how you hypothecate a government. You bribe and extort everyone. They think it's just a Diddy party. They worked on this shit now. It don't work no more. But who go to these parties? Anyway, so like, and it's crazy because the girls of today are so primed for it. Like, they wouldn't even object. So that means these psychopaths get off on. They get off on the lack of consent. They get off on the tabooness of it. If you have a society of women who are down with the shits for a bag to go to Dubai to get shitted on, it ain't the same. Same thing. A woman being cooperative because she doesn't want to be shitted on by the rest of the dating market. It's like, no, I'm good. Nobody want no runner-up life. The first internet gay president. There we go. There we go. All right, we'll take it. Shout out to them, man. It's their moment. They've only had the last 20 years, and he passed the controller. I want to try some heterosexual shit. See if we can get the vibes back. We'll bring disco back. Don't worry about it. We got you. Shit. My president is gay, my hair is blue. Yo, shout to Jeezy. That's not what he said. Damn. Code. What else y'all got going on? We can end it on that note, man. Because you know the news site, what's today, Sunday? It ain't going to be no news cycle until Tuesday. So we'll get another WWE storyline something tomorrow. Because he took off for the weekend, right? He canceled all his speaking engagements. He did not want to answer those questions. He avoiding it like the plague, boy. His Olivia Pope was like, the best thing for you to do is let him forget about it. Ain't nobody gonna forget about it, boy. They put Epstein files on every post now. They won't put Bubba, they won't put Epstein files, please, quotes, Bubba on every post now. He ain't gonna get around it. His staff, his little tech boys, his Doge, hacker, neurodivergence, they're gonna see it. Someone's gonna make a face, someone's gonna laugh. It's always gonna be funny. Because we talking about Donald Trump here now. We talking about Donnie. Donnie on his knees, allegedly. I don't know what the fuck going on. On pictures with an S. Crazy stuff. Oh, son's calling me. The streets keep calling. Strengths keep calm. That's prophetic at the end of the Omnispheres 3 showcase. For the rest of the chat, if you haven't seen the end, go watch it. He had Omnisphere exit stage left with the press. And then watch Trump walk away from the press the morning after. Yeah, he just walked away. He's not. You want to answer none of these questions? Mr. Now said the 90s had Homo Alone 22. 2020 said we have Homo Alone. How have we fallen? We fell. I don't know. We try. What they said? We fall down, we get up. We just try to get up. We ain't even fall yet. We never got up. We've been down the whole time. I promise you, we've been down the whole time. We thought we was about to get up with Trump. This first 4 years, like shit, I might get up eventually while they distracted. They distracted with the orange man. I can work. Not this time. They made him run that shit back to undo everything he did in the right direction. For real. Them first 4 years under Trump was only bad because of social media. Niggas got pins. But now it's like, oh, okay. We're going to extort our president. Our Congress and our Senate is going to extort each other for some benefits. And none of them thought about the damn deficit or the budget yet. They haven't mentioned nothing about the deficit or the budget the whole time they've been back in government. They're just like, zippity-doo-dah, we passed a new bill against THCA. That's not where the fucking problem was in your damn budget, bitch. You want people to get off of regular, over-the-counter weed instead to get a prescription that they can't afford because they ain't got health care? Motherfucker, they gonna go to drugs every time. They're not going to Big Pharma. They're gonna go to the streets. And then when you think about that the Democrats need that for some reason in their sanctuary cities full of drugs and homelessness, it's almost like they want people to be homeless because drugs come with it. It's almost like the policies are creating issues in healing. Even them shutting down the funding for all this other shit they got going on. Like, irregardless of what the fucking White House federal budget is, the actual businesses are closing separately. The nurses are quitting irregardless of what the White House was going to do. The nursing facilities and all that stuff, you can give them another fucking year of money, but they're already shortchanging traveling nurses and people years ago. The peak already went down on that hustle. Same thing with trucking. Same exact thing with trucking. Yeah, you're gonna fire 17,000 drivers, bitch. You done lost all the drivers you used to have before you let them, man, cut it out. And now people can't afford to go to Amazon every damn day or wherever the fuck. You ain't gonna be shipping that much damn shit anyway. You got a tariff on everybody. You're not even getting the fucking pallets. You're not getting the fucking shippo cargo you used to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say that shit like it's isolated. Like, oh shit, UPS made a mistake. They fired people. No. They firing people because they can't justify hiring those people if there ain't that much damn shipments coming in. Who the fuck paying that tax on $800 and above from any other goddamn country? Nobody. Nobody, baby. And now you got a war-torn Mexico brewing with CDLs coming from South America to California. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. That ain't gonna happen. They're gonna run out of things to burn down. And they still ain't gonna have enough money. And they're gonna burn down all the cool things left as their reset measure. Hopefully implement some cooler system that they thought of. Can you imagine how fucking effective that's gonna be? In the middle of the rest of the world going its own direction. The United States thought it was in a vacuum with the world, that the world was always going to trail the United States decision-making and policies and global, effect. That's the biggest loss this year. Respect. The United States doesn't have worldwide respect no more. So it don't matter what the United States does with its destiny. The rest of the world is decoupling from that outcome, regardless. China says it every day now. It's weird. China's starting in Japan too. Oh, that's a throwback beef. What's it, Taiwan? Taiwan said he'll cut the prime minister of Japan's head off with the crazy shit she was talking about with Taiwan or whatever. Like beef, bro. These are grown ass people, boy. Talking about cutting the bitch head off. Did you hear what the fuck I just said? We talking about NATO, United Nations, G7 level. We talking about the top of your social strata. Motherfuckers talking about cut your head off. What? What? Barack Obama couldn't wear a damn tan suit. But this nigga talking about cutting a sitting president's head off because of some shit she said. And like, ain't nobody gonna catch that. These motherfuckers is very, their tempers are different, man. I don't want to say mRNA. But it's probably mRNA. Like, they don't need to talk like that. Nope. So, respect loss, mRNA toss, and our economy is just floating by our joint delusion of what things are. Thank God, right? Thank God we have enough invested into our imagination of our society that it will autocorrect somehow, right? Usually. But only if you can get the fucking corruption out the way. Only you can remove the cancer. If you don't do that, it's all for nothing. You're gonna lose the whole fucking body. So, we'll see. Nope, we got Yorkistan instead. Yorkistan and the gay president before GTA 6. And free falafel if you vote for us. That's crazy. Damn. YouTube done sent me an hour back to the DJ Quick segment. Hello. But yeah, I'll let y'all go. It's 5 o'clock on a Sunday. I'll read the Bible a little bit, maybe, or pray, or something. Because, whoa. As if we need more. But it's your boy, one more time, DeyZan. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to you. We had 1,000 subscribers. Can you fucking imagine? Off of this shit. Shout out to you. Shout out to all 1,000 plus of you. I appreciate y'all. Support the support part 2. I'll be through tomorrow, Lord willing. Hopefully we don't get no more. We don't need no more news. We just need solutions now because this shit ain't working. So hopefully this week they'll start doing something that works for us. Running out of time. Till next time. Peace.